9 cycles have passed. When the gods deem mortals too powerful, they decree a race between their avatar and the mortals to determine their worth. In the race, the mortals are granted a chance to engage the very gods themselves. The mortals are granted a chance of survival. The mortals are granted a chance to become gods. Lose and see all mortal life removed from the Kryn, and the next cycle begins. This race is the final command of the gods to their mortal counterparts. This is their dying order.
Hello everybody, welcome to the beginning of the stream. It's Tablestory's Dying Order with your host, Pumpkinberry. And new GM, Pumpkinberry, as I announced my retirement this week after playing 2 weeks of our new show Gone on a Wednesday, in which I'm a player and PB is the GM, and I've realised that I should never GM again. It's literally an embarrassment to ever show up and sit behind the GM screen, because she's so good at it. She's so good at it that no one else should do it.
Stop.
Should be the only one.
Uncle, please stop.
I did announce my retirement and then I changed my mind today. So here I am.
Or was it last night when you DM'd me that really horrifically cryptic message that I think we're all going to die today?
No, you just interpret everything I say as you're all going to die today because...
PTSD?
I don't know, 'cause I'm just afraid of everything. No, I'm sure you won't die today, but I have said that before and killed players. So who knows? We'll find out.
Oh, jeez.
It's the worst because people always go back and send you a clip of like the fun part of the beginning where everyone's just being like, hey, how's your week been? And they're like, oh no, the DM's going to kill us. And I'm like, I'm going to kill you. And then like shit goes south and they die. And it's like, uh-oh, whoopsie. I saw a tweet last night from someone. I'll see if I can pull it up. But he basically said that he had killed they had fought against a beholder. And he was DMing his normal group, and it's his group of like many years. I want to say it was like 20 years or something. And he, here we go. It says, it's a tweet from someone called @ahoyojet. Work that out. It says, D&D sesh. Players just faced their first beholder. 3 out of 7 players died, and the others just scraped through. 1 was revived. 1 is still dead, but they have the body, and the other was disintegrated. His character of 3 years that he has tattooed on his back. And then there's just a gif of like the drinking Jesse Pinkman thing. Like, worst ever. So close to a TPK. Such a cool tweet because it's so how you feel. It's so how you feel. I'll link it in the Twitch chat there. Good luck, VOD users, if you want to find it, Google it. But yeah, I was reading that like, oh man, I have a 100% kill rate with Beholder and Beholderkin creatures, so I'm very afraid of them as well.
No joke.
They really do have like an instant kill move. It's really pretty horrific. There is a follow-up tweet though that does say that all of his players are okay and there's no like war or tension or whatever. But if you have a player who has a character tattooed on them, that's how much they love it. And then you just disintegrate them and there's no coming back from it. That's pretty, it's pretty heavy. So let's hope that doesn't happen today. I will promise you this, there is definitely no beholder today unless you do something outside of anything I have planned that summons one, which is totally possible. But if you go out of your way to summon a beholder, that's the only real way that there'll be a beholder today. So there's that. I can give you that much solace, if that helps. No? Alright, well, demon hunting.
Okay.
Yep, I'd much prefer to go demon hunting.
Pocket sat there like there was a beholder behind the door, wasn't there? Almost. It would have been that's actually a really good idea if you did want to keep your office protected. You know, the best guard dog is a beholder.
That's a terrible idea because then they attack you. They don't care. They're not going to listen.
That's true. They're very intelligent. Well, if you could control one, maybe. How have your weeks been? Is everyone's week going okay? Yeah? No one's had any, wild, crazy weeks? I know the coronavirus is spreading and scaring everyone, but that's why the D&D's on. Escapism at its best. D&D. Perhaps we can take your mind off of the fear and the stress and the chaos for a few hours. And we'll escape to another place where the world is also ending.
Jesus.
At least in our game, there's hope. There's some hope that rests on the shoulders of 4 completely incompetent players. Not player characters, players. You like that? Is that you're getting angry? You wanna save the world? You wanna prove me wrong? See what I'm doing?
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's not working.
I was waiting for you all to just leave then. We've left the Zoom call. Yeah, I mean, I guess let's jump into it then, unless anyone has any objections. PB's going to remind us what happened last week.
No,
I know you know what happened last week.
No, I'm
Because
not.
I told you just before we began.
Listen, I didn't check a door for traps for once in the whole game, and it came to bite me in the ass, and I crit failed. And Aura is afraid to go inside because of Grim, and Beau and Suuna think that they can break into the Assassin's Guild. So we'll see how this goes.
Break in? No.
out.
I think you'll find we're sneaking in and I'm invisible. So
Sneaking in is still the same as breaking in. Just because...
No, it's not.
You gotta get through the door first.
We're just visiting.
If a tree falls in the woods, breaking and entering version. If no one sees us, it's not breaking in. Sure. No, it's definitely breaking in. That's 100.
This will go well.
All right. Well, let's jump into it. Weirdly enough, though, we are going to start with Ellie. Although I'd like you all to stay on the screen.
No.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Okay.
Because you are present.
What?
Technically. Ellie, you will recall being in Dustvale, and you find yourself once again underground. You have the distinct memory / dream of being in the tunnels at the Gate of Time in Dreadtusk in Dustvale, and that globulous mass of the Eye Monster with its red goopy gack body filled with eyes and the eyes of its victims rushing towards you, and it's moving over its own mass. Its kind of strings of red gack are attaching to the ceiling and the walls, and it blocks your path in front of you down this crumbling corridor. It corners you at the end of this tunnel. You've got nowhere to run, nowhere to really turn. What do you do?
I use my dash maneuver
Yeah?
to
All right.
dash past it.
Roll me a
And then
dexterity saving throw.
Oh my gosh. Not again. Okay. 13.
13. Through the kind of moving mass, you can see the faces of your party members kind of looking at you, and you jump through a hole that is made in this goop. As this thing rushes over you, you quickly and deftly slide underneath it and jump through a hole that's made in the goop. As you land, just before all of your party members, the thing suddenly falls in on you and engulfs you. You feel this kind of pressure over your eyes immediately, as though they're being forced from your eye sockets, when suddenly the pressure is instantly and quickly released, and you hear a familiar voice coming from a slightly unfamiliar aura.
Listen to me. We've already done all the hard work, but
I
we
listen.
aren't in time. It cost us everything just to
What
figure
does
out
the
how to
voice
do
say?
this. Up until this morning, time was locked. This didn't work. But then we destroyed Ahi, and everything went to shit. Do not destroy Ahi. You guys, this isn't a race. Well, it is, but it's a game. A stupid game. We aren't supposed to win. Not the race, but fuck everything. The gods are pawns. We are pawns. It's all bullshit. Listen, we've worked it all out. We traveled everywhere. We did the research. We risked everything for you. But the ice, the world, Ahi, it's over. We lost, but you haven't. Deivaki, that's its name. The greater god. Find Suuna's mother. Ask her how to find the 8th gate. And for the love of everything, make sure you go through that door and...
And this is where we switch to Beau. And he approaches the wall where Ellie had once opened a secret door. Suuna, you're with him?
Yes.
Aura is not there. And you guys walk into this kind of basement area, kind of like underneath this bar. Stepping down into it soon. This is your first time here, I think. You look around and there's nothing in here. It's just an empty kind of looking underground area with an opening that leads straight out onto the street. There are some dry leaves and some wet kind of snow in the entranceway. There is a trapdoor that appears to be padlocked above you that probably leads up to with a bar above where you are. But there are plain walls all around. Cut stone, but old and crumbling, spiders' webs, dirt and filth. Bits of trash and rubbish that have been left behind, discarded kind of rags down here. And Beau kind of just confidently strides across the room. Beau, you walk up to a wall that you've seen Ellie open, but I'm not sure you know how. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'm thinking I investigate, maybe perhaps, the wall had, like, maybe some soft, like stone or brick that perhaps, lead us through another entrance.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. Oh, damn. Natural 24. Yeah, you recall seeing Ellie walk over to this wall area and she placed an item into the wall which kind of unlocked a secret doorway. You don't have the item, but you know exactly what it was, and I think you even understand generally how it works. It's not a hugely complex device. The way that it's built is very finely crafted in such a way that you can barely make out lines in the wall that are around the shape of the doorway. Without knowing this doorway was here and having seen it open, there's no way you would have noticed it. On one side of the wall, maybe about 5 foot up, there is a very small looking pentacle shape, like a 5 pointed star kind of shape. That you know she placed a device into, which unlocks this door and allows it to move backwards and move behind all of the mechanical rumblings and things that you heard before. What do you do about it, though? Although you understand exactly how this works, you don't have the item that opens the door. You are pretty sure you need that specific item to get in.
What do we do?
Well, Ellie used something here as like a key to enter, and it seems like it's, well, a very specific key. Even if I was to mold something, I don't know. I don't know if it'd do.
Should we just knock?
No, that'd be. I mean, as much as I do the same, I don't know. I don't think we'd be welcome guests. But then again, they can't see us. It'd be like a prank,
Right.
like Ding Dong Ditch. But we're not
exactly.
really.
And then we sneak in when the doors open, maybe. I mean,
Hey,
we could.
you know what? That's actually not a very bad idea.
Are you sure? I haven't been having great ones as of late.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but I just got a bad feeling. I don't know. This has happened before, back at the mansion.
Well, I trust your feelings, Beau. I'm ready. And
Thanks, Suuna.
Okay.
All right. Let's ding dong ditch these assassins.
I am going to ready an action, but under the condition that I can change my mind.
Yeah, you can. You can cancel ready that.
Great. I'm going to ready my walking stick above my head, ready to smack someone if they open the door.
Okay.
To knock them out and then let us in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just holding on to it like a baseball bat, and I'm ready.
And
All right.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna prepare in case there's an incoming attack. I guess I'll just brace. I'll take maybe a ready to take a step back as soon as someone opens the hidden passage.
All right. Beau, roll me a d20.
Oh boy. Oh god, I'm scared. Why?
Spaghetti monster attacks you.
Spaghetti monster. A 4. Okay. You guys are waiting for a decent amount of time. Standing there for a while. Your arms
Are
begin
you sure
to ache
you
or
knocked
anything?
hard enough?
I don't think I did.
Do you wanna knock harder? Maybe I can just bang my walking stick against the door.
I guess I could try knocking again.
Okay. Roll me another d20.
Hopefully I knock a little louder.
You knock. It doesn't feel like it really even makes a sound, for the record, when you do hit this. It feels, for all intents and purposes, like a wall. And it's
Even if I
bongo
tap the stone,
you
the
can
soft
hear it on
stone.
your side and stuff, but it doesn't sound hollow like a doorway, like you would
doesn't
expect.
resonate.
It feels
No.
very much like this is indeed like a stone piece of wall that's attached and moves on some sort of really well created, trinket-looking mechanical device, as opposed to it being like a door that is kind of made to look like stone. It really does seem like part of the wall comes away, as opposed to it being an actual doorway kind of thing. But hitting the wall, give me perception checks, both of you.
It doesn't sound like a door.
Yeah, you don't hear anything on the other side of it either.
I just know it's a passageway.
All right, well, my arms are getting tired. I don't think anyone's coming.
It's been like probably 10 minutes.
I don't know if anybody's coming to or out anytime soon, but I don't know.
Can't we just use Grim, maybe? To echolocate? Or...
I don't know. I mean, as far as he's concerned, he knows this is the entrance to where they have all their Girl Scout cookie supplies.
Right. But I mean in general. We could just have him look for her. And then he could tell us where she is.
I mean, we all know she went here. But,
Right.
And I know this is the only way going in and out.
All right.
Well, I might not be that sure though. This is the same place we came out and left with Ellie, but who's to say that there might be another one?
Should I just call out? Or perhaps we could ask someone who works here.
Oh, well, I'm not so sure if anyone in the bar would happen to know. Not unless I would imagine in case of emergency that there would be another exit or entrance, so to speak. There would have to be, in case something were to go wrong. Can I investigate, Brad, if there is perhaps said emergency passage?
You can give me, I guess, give me an investigation check with disadvantage. Because you've been in there. Otherwise, I don't know how you would necessarily know from within this room. Yes, you know that this place, there's definitely other access points into this place. It would be kind of insane for them to only have one access point. This is almost certainly their main, essentially their front door. But this place goes pretty deep underground. There's probably access points that come in from hidden or secure areas of other establishments or rented places in the town. This underground set of hallways and rooms spread out for what would probably feel like a block. You know, like it's not a huge amount of rooms and stuff down there, but the way it's been built is almost as if they repurposed the area that would have been the aqueduct or the sewer system, something like that. And then they turned it into the Assassin's Guild years and years and years and years ago. So there's probably access points from other buildings, probably access points from the sewers themselves, but finding them could take you weeks. You know, it would take you a really long time. You'd have to go and scout every single building and then find, on the hope that there was an entrance point in it. Obviously, there are ways you could do it, but to find it today, right now, would be pretty difficult to do. Getting into this place, your only option really is this door, unless there is another access point in the bar upstairs, which I don't know if you know if there is or not. I can't remember where. Where did Ellie go into this place? Did she come in back through this way?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you would have no
She's only
idea.
come through this way with them.
Yeah. So you're pretty sure that down there has got to be other ways in, but where they are is a mind-boggling kind of task for what your needs are.
I think the only way we're getting in is if we somehow cause some commotion up here and out here, that they come on out.
Well, I can cause quite a commotion, to say the word.
What did you have in mind?
Well, I honestly, I was just going to start shouting. You know.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
What do you mean?
If you know, I'm making all this noise, bongo tapping the walls here. I don't know if they'll even be able to hear. Well, I don't even think they can hear us speaking.
Well, that seems absurd and silly. How can you protect yourself from an ambush?
I suppose you make a point. All right.
Hello?
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You shout hello.
I listen in on the other side to see if anybody might have heard that or is
He's
coming.
shouting it at the door.
Yes.
The door.
Yes.
The wall.
All right. Give me a perception check, please, Beau. Damn, these rolls.
20.
Lovely.
You can hear voices on the other side. You can't make out anything of what they're saying. They sound very muffled, and like you know that there's a stairway that goes all the way down these stairs. They don't sound like they're too far away from the stairway, but you do hear kind of like two voices. Then they fall silent.
Hey, Suuna, I think I can hear some people in it, and they're not too
perfect.
far away.
Hello? We hear you right there by the door. So sorry to bother you. We're just looking for our friend who we're very concerned about.
Oh boy.
All right, give me another perception check, Beau.
$25.
25.
Oh my God.
You hear the voices
Oh no.
say something else and then move away from the door. You hear them swiftly moving away from the doorway and heading what sounds like down the stairs.
Oh no, that didn't sound.
Are they coming?
No.
Did they hear? Should I keep going?
I'm pretty
Hello?
sure they heard that. But
right.
it doesn't seem like they're coming now. It sounded like they're getting a little more distant.
Oh,
Might have spooked them.
it backfired, I guess.
Oh boy.
That's stupid. How do you ever call on anyone in here?
I don't know.
You just don't. You just wait up in the bar, I guess. Well, if she's really in trouble, I don't know what to do, Beau.
What are your ACs?
Oh Jesus.
18.
18.
15.
15. There is a noise from behind you, like a thump, thump,
Whoa!
as two crossbow bolts fly across the room from the doorway that you came in towards. One of them,
We're still invisible, though, right?
one of
Yeah,
them
we're-
dings off the
shit.
wall from right next to where you are, and
my
the second one catches Beau. I think probably. Well, let's see how much damage it does first. This is a crit.
Oh.
So this is gonna deal.
Is that with disadvantage because we are invisible?
Yes,
Holy shit.
Damn.
because you are being assassinated. So
Oh my god.
during its first turn, the assassin has advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn. Remember when Ellie used to do that all the time?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, a long time ago when I actually got to go first.
16 points of damage. So probably this
Holy shit.
probably this doesn't hit you in the leg. This probably hits you in the lung or something. Like, this is rough. This gets
Oh
you
my
in
God.
the back. Suddenly, the invisible area where Beau is, there is blood that's pooling. You hear like a behind you, and you look back. Though Beau, I think your invisibility, does it drop actually? Let's see actually. What is invisibility?
Yeah,
I
let me-
think when
let
you
me-
get hit, it does, yes.
Yeah, I
Both
think it
of you,
does.
though?
No. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me double check.
Because it's concentration. You might
Yep.
have to roll for that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a concentration spell, you have to do a constitution check. Yeah, give me a constitution saving throw. Try and
Just,
maintain the spell.
just throwing it out there. I do have the alert feat, so this assassin will
You-
not get advantage on me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he missed anyway. With
I'm
you.
just throwing it out there,
Yeah.
That was a 9.
so we
You,
don't die.
neither of you are invisible anymore.
Oh boy.
Beau is hit. Probably like as the invisibility drops, you see Beau kind of hit the wall where you guys were leaning up against. Blood pouring out of a wound of this crossbow bolt, which is embedded very deeply in his back. And then he probably lets out a small cry as then suddenly this spell is dropped. As you guys spin around, maybe going for weapons or holding your hands up, you turn and you see a small figure in the doorway. Hood over their head, completely concealing their face. 2 light crossbow bolts pointed towards you. And very similar looking robes, kind of Black Assassin's Guild, Shadow Syndicate robes, to what you've seen Ellie in. And the figure says,
Don't move. I assure you I won't miss again.
Oh, are you all right?
Well, I've been better.
Shut up now. Who are you and where did you come from?
Okay, look, we mean no harm. I've been here before. In fact, I've come in here with one of your own.
I find that very hard to believe.
Her name is Ellie, and we think she's in trouble.
Give me a persuasion check, either one of you. Both
I'll do
charisma
it.
kids. He says,
Good thing it was you.
he says,
How do you know Ellie?
We've been traveling with her. She's a companion of ours.
And where is she then?
She's inside. She hasn't come back in a while. That's why we're concerned.
And how do you know that she is in trouble?
Well, you see, Beau here, I think he might be a little bit what they say clairvoyant, because the last time this happened, turns out she was kidnapped. Well, she didn't really end up. Anyway,
This has happened before, and I'm going by my gut. I can't help but feel something's up.
Put your weapons on the ground.
Absolutely.
Use magic casters, isn't it? I see it. You can do spells.
Yes.
Yes.
You put a sock in his mouth, and you put a sock in her mouth. No speaking.
okay.
If I hear you say any words, I shoot.
Okay.
Come on now.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not wearing socks, Beau. I'm afraid I'll have to put your sock in my mouth.
Oh boy. So I then proceed by removing my boots.
Oh,
And
perhaps we could just rip off some of my shirt or robe.
he said specifically socks. I don't know if
Do you think-
we'd upset him.
Do you think maybe I could just rip off part of my robe? Because
Put anything in your mouth and hurry up about it.
all right.
Okay.
Thank you for your
standing around here all night.
kindness. All right. And
I then hurriedly put
I'm
my
gonna
boots
need
back
the
on.
Una to make a dex saving throw to see if Bobo can get his sock in her mouth.
So I
yeah.
will take part of my my cloak, the ends of my cloak, and I will rip it up and put it in our mouths.
and you put your weapons on the ground. What do you put on the ground?
No, I don't put. He knows we're spellcasters, so it probably doesn't matter what we're carrying.
True, but he, I think
I need
Beau
mine to
has
walk.
a
I'm an old woman.
crossbow on him, right? Do either of you have like scabbarded weapons on your hips or anything like that?
No, I'm an old woman.
I have a light crossbow that I do probably have on my back, but he probably can't see my dagger.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I don't think he would go so
Oh.
far.
Do we want to go inside or not?
Yeah, no, we have to.
Okay, because I can get us out of here probably. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I want to ask, are you sure you want to do this with me?
Well, if you want to go inside, we'll go inside, but I can't get us out if we go inside. And I'm gagging him now.
Okay then.
The gnomish assassin starts to move around the room. They put one of their crossbows on their hip and start to fish around in their pocket for an item. They keep one crossbow pointed towards you as they move around. He says,
I want to do something.
yeah,
I'm so sorry. I don't want to get Beau killed. I'm so sorry. I'm going to use my meta magic and subtle spell, which means I can cast without verbal components. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna cast Mind Spike.
okay. So,
Which I think is con save, correct?
it is. So you probably have to waggle a hand to do this a little more. You consume one of your meta magic things and then launch a mind spike.
Oh yeah. Which is they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty.
And on a fail, they'll take
Almost
3d8
that's
and half as
definitely a
much
fail.
on a successful one.
Okay, roll me 3d8 psychic damage.
I'm so sorry if this kills us. 18.
Yeah, alright, hold on. The gnome fishing around in his pocket moves around you and says,
I'm sorry I had to.
and then falls forward. The light crossbow spills out across the room, as well as a little thing that he was pulling out of his pocket, a little brass-looking pentacle. It would look like it would fit in the slot. There's just a small figure, robes over his head, face down on the ground. Crossbow slides across towards Suuna's feet. Little pentacle thing rolls, ding 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 ding, towards your feet as well. And the gnome
Is it dead?
is laying face down.
Is he dead?
I don't know. Go check, please.
Okay, I rush over to check his pulse.
Give me a medicine check.
Oh God. Poor little guy. 22.
He's dead.
Fuck! Suuna, you killed an assassin.
Well, I didn't mean to kill him.
No, I'm sure you didn't have the intention to. I'm sure you merely just meant to. Oh boy. We gotta get. We gotta hide. His body.
Or we just pick up the pentacle. Just pick up the pentacle and open the door.
But if they see,
we'll just tell them he snuck up on us and that was stupid.
I don't think they'd be very happy with that.
Well, we knocked.
Oh God.
We
did try, but it's not like they welcome guests on a daily basis. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. All right, you take care of the key because I don't trust myself with that.
What do you mean you don't trust yourself with that?
Yeah, no, I'm the only one who out of the two of us that knows how to. Okay, fine. I grab the pentagon-looking key. All right.
I can't remember my way home. You can't give me a key to somewhere important.
Next order of business. I'm sorry, I'm panicking. Okay.
It's all right. I'm also panicking.
Okay. I'm going to once again cast invisibility with the gnome on my shoulder. I will hide the body.
Hide the body. We're in a narrow hallway. Where are you going to hide the body?
Upstairs somewhere in the snow.
How do you expect to get him out?
I don't know.
Can you do that invisible thing again?
I can, yes.
Great.
What if, Brad, what if I cast invisibility on the body? With the
Oh my fucking God.
I think you can do that.
Really?
Let's have a look.
All right.
Invisibility, a creature you touch. I'm not sure if I think a dead body isn't a creature anymore technically, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it for the fun of it.
Thank you, Brad.
Oh God.
Okay, I gently roll over his corpse to the side so he's not in the way, along with his other belongings and stuff, so nobody trips over invisible things.
Right.
And then touching his corpse and taking a hold of Suuna's hand.
Say corpse like that. Christ, I feel terrible right now.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
cast
sorry that I
invisibility.
had to.
Are you casting invisibility on everyone?
Yeah. Yes.
So, by the way, I double checked last week. Technically, when you have to cast this spell using a slot of 3rd level or higher to do it to an additional creature. So, out of friendly good guy GM, what I did last week was just have it cost you 2 spell slots. But technically, you can actually only cast invisibility on yourself, and when you cast it at level 3, which is a more powerful spell,
Wait a minute.
that's when you can do multiples, and then 4 you could do 2 others. So technically, you can only cast invisibility on yourself.
That's fine. Not to be a shit stain, but don't the objects that you're touching also become invisible?
Yes.
And if you're dead and no longer a person, don't you become an object?
Yes.
According to the player's handbook.
So I have to carry him with me.
So I
don't
think
want to
this
be
is
a
the.
rules lawyer asshole.
I think
but
this exact situation is the only reason I ever knew that a creature that's dead is now an object anyway,
Yes,
because of this specific scenario at some point happening in my past. So, for the record, so you've used 2 spell slots at
Yes, I
second
have.
level.
Yes.
Out of a total of 3.
Yes.
So
This would
if
be my
you
last one.
use this, you can cast invisibility on yourself, but not Suuna.
Yep. Oh boy.
you know what? Why don't we just carry him out? We could
Yeah,
pretend
let's-
to have had a great time
Oh boy.
carrying out our drunk friend.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's no way we're bringing him in there. No.
Maybe we just leave him here and then walk out. Take the little thingy, or we just leave him here and we just go inside. I think
Okay.
we're in
Here's
trouble.
what I'm gonna do. They haven't seen you before. I'm gonna cast invisibility on you. They've seen me. I don't know if anybody will recognize my face.
All right.
Yeah. I want you to be safe, Suuna.
Well, Beau, I want you to be safe too, and Ellie. I don't know what's going on, but you have me concerned for her. I'm sorry.
Well, only one way to find out, right? We're
just
going in.
Yes. I maybe
And-
should have let him take us inside, but I was worried that we'd go inside and Ellie wouldn't be there, or she would be there, or they wouldn't take us to her, and then we'd be stuck, and I wouldn't be able to get you out. So I just did what I thought was best. I just didn't want us to get caught.
And I trust in your intuition. I trust in your gut as you trust in mine.
Okay. Well, thanks, Beau. That makes me feel better.
And I take Suuna by the shoulder and I cast invisibility on her,
All right.
using up my last slot.
Yep. So that is Suuna, you are invisible again. Beau,
All right.
you are not. What are you doing with the corpse?
I am a weak little old shit, so I'm going to levitate it and then touch its toe as I go so that it's invisible.
Okay.
Or something,
And,
I'm going to hang on to it
And,
somehow.
yeah, you can do that. That's a spell slot as well.
And then maybe we could take an early break so I can go vomit for killing some NPC.
Are you
that I
going
did
in?
not
Are
need to
you
kill.
putting the pentacle in the
Yeah.
thing?
I'm inserting the, yep.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Are we going in, or am I taking the court? What's happening? I
Oh.
misunderstood. We're
Oh,
going together.
sorry. Okay.
No, it's all right.
No. We're
Panic has blinded me.
Yeah. No. Okay. We could take the body first upstairs.
I think we should go get Ellie. Really. I guess, well, what are we going to do? Dump it in the snow?
I don't think we really have much else of a choice.
Oh, I have a terrible idea.
Let's hear it.
Well, the river is mostly frozen over, right?
Yeah.
I could make a hole in the river and then, well,
Wow. Suuna. I'm learning a whole new side of you. Did you do this stuff before for...
honestly, I can't remember.
Remind me to never make you mad or upset you.
Right. Well,
All right.
I'm just thinking, this is an assassin's guild.
Yeah, no. You are absolutely right. These guys, if they find out one of their own is dead, they're gonna come back, and in numbers. No doubt.
All right, well, so we're going to go upstairs. You just stay here and I'll go do that. And
Are you sure you'd be okay alone to do that?
oh, yes,
Okay.
I'll be fine.
All right.
Just don't go anywhere.
No, I'm not leaving without you.
Okay. Okay. Oh, boy. Can I try to carry it then instead of levitating it?
Yeah, give me
Since
an
I am
athletics check.
invisible? Oh boy, it's gonna be real bad. I'm just telling you right now, it's gonna be really, really bad. Oh, it's
13.
a miracle.
Yeah, he's very small. He is not. It's not that hard to really lift him up. When you lift him up, do you look at his face or anything?
Oh my God, no.
No, you just lift up this.
Yeah, I will look at it later. I will say some respects in a minute, but right now I just need to get the job done, and I cannot look at him.
All right, so you just
or
pick
I'll
up
start
this.
freaking out.
You pick up this small form. When you go to lift him up,
God damn
he's
it.
very small and relatively light.
Like a child?
Like a child.
Like a child.
I hate you so much right now.
He's a gnome. He's like 3 foot tall.
He's supposed to be an assassin, like hard as nails. Like that should have not. Oh
you lift him up. And how are you carrying him?
Oh God. I'm probably lifting him up over my shoulder, and then I will use my walking stick to help me walk up the stairs. Clutched here like a fucking baby.
You got him over the shoulder.
Yes.
And where are you going?
I'm going up the stairs as quietly as possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one here really. You walk
Well,
out.
I have to get. I'm gonna get out of the bar. I want to get out without.
Oh no, you don't have to walk
seeing
through the
me.
bar. There's an exit straight out
perfect.
onto the street.
Great, I do that then.
You walk out onto the street. It's now full nighttime. Night has fallen. It's dark out. The street lamps where they're lit are giving a decent amount of a glow to the two main streets that are on either side of this short alleyway that you're down at the moment. There isn't a lot of light here. Obviously, you're invisible as well, but you are heading towards the nearest canal.
Yes. It is. Wait, are Aura and them outside still?
Let's find out. We switch.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Aura and
I am sweating so much right now. I feel terrible.
Have you know that was a friend?
Oh shit!
What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh, I know what
So
you said.
today will be my last day on Dying Order.
So
He shot Beau in the lung.
I will keep this secret with me to the grave.
I love you, Beau.
you
All right.
we're outside. This is 5 minutes ago when these two first leave, and Kalugi kind of turns away from you, Aura, and like crosses his arms after you offend him, and he starts tapping his foot. He looks up at the sky as full dark begins to fill the night sky, and some of the lamps around you actually turn on as if by magic. It's not electricity, but it's the same kind of idea. The main streets, the larger, wider streets that are big enough to hold two carts, have a lot of wooden or sort of slate rooftops, and hanging from them are these little street lamps that are inside of them. You can see ignite with a magical flame, and you see them come up it runs up the street as they all kind of turn on around the same time. Kalugi doesn't seem to find this interesting at all, but you being from BAME and maybe have never seen anything on this scale before, it would seem probably quite interesting, maybe a little kind of magical, to see all of these street lamps suddenly ignite, giving a little bit of a glow to the street below them, and it runs up the street. Across above you, a light turns on and carries on, lighting this main kind of streetway. The rest of the streets are still quite dark. There is a decent amount of people moving up and down, especially on this main street here. There is a canal across from where you are, frozen, and Kalugi kind of moves away from you as if to go over to look out over this canal and look down into it. You see him walk over towards where there is like a little wall, a low wall, and then he leans on it and looks down, leaving you on the kind of street corner there.
So you just like walked away from me?
Yeah. Kind of casually, not like in a huff, but still in an...
How far away is he? Like could he hear me if I spoke?
Yeah, it's like 15 feet max.
I'm gonna start walking over that way towards him. I didn't mean to offend you. I just thought it would be easy conversation. Learn a little bit of something about you.
He turns around and kind of looks you up and down and says, so you're from the forest, right? Way
Yeah,
out there in the sticks.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like this. And I'll point to the lights. How do they do that?
What? A building?
No, the lights. The lights just all came on.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's pretty special. First time you see that, right? Yeah, I suppose you ain't got... What do you do up in BAME then? Just fucking light a thing manually? With a bit of fire on a stick?
Yeah, I mean, torches and obviously fires, candles.
Fucking savages.
So you are from here then?
Well, yeah, originally no. But, yeah, I've been here most of my life.
Oh, do you mind me asking where you're originally from?
So what they do, right? Each of these has actually got a little rune in it. And there's a wizard somewhere, right? And the wizard goes around. And he says a few words, and if you're lucky, you'll catch him. And then he'll see all the lights light up from around where he is, and then he'll walk on to the next bit. I think they pay him a lot of silver for it, you know? Not a bad trick.
I mean, that's pretty neat. So if you're not from here, I mean, I'm from Alexandria in the BAME Forest. Where do you come from?
Give me a persuasion check.
I mean, I can tell he's eluding. He's like trying to not answer me.
Yeah.
16?
16. He looks down at the water and then turns to you and says, "There's no way you've fucking been south of here, right?"
No, I mostly stayed up north. I didn't really go past the forest.
There's a little place called Risarian.
Okay. Is that where you're from?
Yeah.
Is it nice? Is it a bad place or?
The thing that you know about Risarian is it's like a rainforest.
Okay.
It's super like tribal. For the most part, it's like lizard folk, and generally it's just not. I don't know. It's like if someone told you right now they're in the middle of a city, they're from the Amazon rainforest. It's really weird to say. Though Alexandria does have like a couple of little port towns there for specific spices that you can only get in that sort of temperate location, but it's pretty weird to say that he's from there.
Why did you come here, of all places?
Well, do you want to live in a fucking forest?
Yes.
Oh, well,
Actually, quite like it.
Do you want to live in one with like... Wait, are there spiders in your forest?
There are. I mean, obviously. There's spiders. There's like,
There's giant spiders. There's poisonous. There's some that teleport and it's horrific.
You just learn the spots that they hang out in, or the signs that they're there, the webs, the trees also sometimes have indications that they've been, you just kind of learn to avoid them.
Right. Yeah, I suppose if you learn, you can make any place livable, right?
No, I've learned that the hard way. Some places are just, I'll be honest with you, they're just awful, and I don't know why people live there. Why?
Well,
You been to Dustvale?
No, I've never been to Dustvale. Do people
Don't go to
actually live in
Dustvale.
Dustvale? Like, I've always heard that they got like big cities and that, but I don't think that they actually got nice cities. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I feel like I almost died like 5 times there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's all fucking gambling and bandits, right?
Well, there's a
Highway
couple
robberies.
nice people. But
trains.
I mean, literally everything tried to kill me.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The fuck you doing over there then?
Just visiting. You know, like, I mean, traveling's good. You get to see places. You get to learn what you like, what you don't like.
If
Like,
you
you
don't
like the
mind me
city now.
saying, you don't seem that well traveled.
Well, you have to start somewhere, right?
Well, your accent's pretty strong.
I mean, when you grow up somewhere and you live there your whole life, you don't really, you know. It's not like I come to the city and all of a sudden I talk like a city person.
Right, but to get to Dust Vale, how long does that take to get there? Like a month?
Yeah, it was weird. Like a lot of traveling. I mean, we kind of went as a group. It passed. Time went fast because we got to talk to each other about stuff, and you know, you just don't really pay attention. And then when you get there, it just feels like you've been there for eternity. So I kind of lost track of.
Did you go to the Crimson City?
I actually don't remember.
You don't remember?
No, then probably not. If I can't remember it, we probably didn't go there.
They say there's a God King. What the fuck's that about then?
Do I know anything about the God King?
Give me a history check.
An 8.
No. You know the same amount as anyone else. The King of Dust Vale is supposedly like an unaging God King. Like just ridiculously overpowered super creature that no one in the rest of the world believes to be true. But also there's like no proof to say that the King of Dust Vale isn't some sort of at best celestial being, and they call him the God King. But no,
Okay.
You know nothing about the God King really outside of that one rumor that everyone knows.
I mean, I don't know much about it. But here, why did you move here from the rainforest? I bet it's beautiful.
You went all
there.
the way to Dust Vale. You didn't even go up to the palace to see if you could find out if the God King's real. What the fuck
Have
is
you
the
ever-
point in going to Dust Vale if you're not going to see if there's a God King?
Is that what you do everywhere you go? You're like, ooh, is there a God King here? I'm gonna travel over
Well,
there
if
and
there
make
is
sure
a
the
God
God.
King, yeah, I'm going to go and see if there's a God King. What else is there to
You
fucking do?
and I have different things. I like camping. I don't look for God Kings.
You've been fucking camping in a desert.
Yes, it was a bad idea.
Right. Fair enough.
I mean, like you said, I don't seem well traveled, so I guess I just kind of moseyed around and I'm figuring out what's working.
Are you moving here?
I kind of look around. I don't know if this is for me.
Yeah, I thought the same thing once.
What do you like about this place? I mean, there's lots to do.
Yeah, I suppose there's a lot to do. Good food. Most of the time.
Have you had a Kringle?
Is that the cake?
I'll start. And I start pulling out a Danish from my bag. I've got almond, and this one has cherry in it. And they're good. If you can like mash them together, make like a sandwich, and then you get best of both worlds. I'm saving some for my friend, but here, you can have some of this, and I hand over like a little corner wedge of each of them.
No, you're alright, thanks. I've already eaten.
I mean, it's your loss, and it's more for me, and I'll just take it and start eating it and just shoving it in my face, essentially. I mean, I could move here for a Kringle. I mean, this is very good.
He like takes another swig from his flask and kind of looks down at the canal again while you're eating and talking. So does Suuna approach these two at this point? Because it's probably around now that Suuna dragging the corpse of a person that she's murdered out onto the street.
Excuse me, I am carrying him tenderly like a baby.
That you murdered out onto the
Right.
street. What?
Right. But they can't see me because I'm invisible,
Yeah,
right?
no, I know. That's why I want to know
All
what
right.
you're doing. You can see them.
But if I walk near them, can I overhear the end of their conversation? What are they talking about as I approach?
Probably the last little bit you heard there,
Right.
as they're talking about cakes or something. She offers him some cakes.
Excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt, but Aura, could I borrow you for a moment?
I turn around. I'm like looking all around to see where she is.
Oh, I'm right here.
Yeah, look, the key is in the footprints. Look at that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I know. We gotta be careful of snow. I glance down before I leave into the canal to see if he's looking at anything.
It didn't look like he was. There's a couple of tied up barge boats that are pulled to the side, but the canal is frozen over.
Okay.
You can see your own reflection and his. Vaguely, it's not very, very clear, but you can kind of make out. It's clean, pure ice, so you can kind of see a decent-ish reflection. Some of the lights and the moon giving you a little bit of light. But really, he's not looking at anything specific, or didn't seem like it.
Yeah, I kind of like look over as like why is he looking down there? And then I'll start walking, following the footprints that Suuna's putting in the snow.
You want me to wait here?
Yes, please. It's just woman problems.
Yep.
You could just stay over there. That would be great.
All right. He lifts his
thank you.
flask up, takes a swig, and then turns around and leans back on the wall again.
What's going on? Why are you invisible?
Well, because we were trying to sneak in, remember?
Yeah.
Things didn't go quite as planned, and I am afraid we got ambushed, and someone attacked Beau, and I just reacted, and I didn't realize how strong I was. I guess I didn't. I may have killed someone.
Were they trying to kill you?
Yes, they hit Beau right in the chest with a crossbow.
So then, it was self-defense. I mean, where's the body? Wait, is it like someone like Ellie?
What?
Is it someone like Ellie?
Yeah, what does that mean? Like an undead? No. They're very, very dead. I can assure you, just very dead.
Okay. Well, where is it?
I'm carrying him.
So are we trying? And I start thinking of what's actually happening. She's standing there with a dead body in her hands. So are we gonna find? What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know, but I think we need to hide it. Should I just leave it here and?
No. And I'm gonna start frantically looking around for barrels.
Well, okay.
Looking for something.
What are you looking for? Don't panic. Don't let anyone.
I'm just looking around. Look at the lights. I mean, the lights came on. That was really cool. And
There's lots of barrels. Snow-covered barrels, barrels filled with water, sealed barrels.
Okay.
How big? Because I mean, you said you're carrying it, right?
Right. Well, it's he's a gnome. So
what?
Yes. Very small. It's not Alvin.
Swear to God.
It's not Alvin, I promise you. And he ambushed us, and he was gonna take us in. He was gonna take us into the guild, and I should have maybe let him, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to protect Beau if we went inside, because there's so many more of them inside, and I was only trying to stun him.
It's okay. They're small. They can't handle as much.
I did.
Well, the river is frozen over. I mean,
okay, so that's
maybe we should put him in a barrel.
Well, but someone will notice a barrel missing, right?
What if
we could just cut a
put
hole
put him in the barrel and just not move it?
What? Well, someone will find him sooner rather than later, right?
Yes, and then that way he might have a proper burial. But maybe we.
Oh,
are you wanting him to go?
Do assassins get a proper burial? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I mean, they must have some sort of ritual, right?
Oh, I thought they burn the bodies or something, because they're never supposed to exist, or I don't know. That's
Didn't
how it
he
is.
fail?
That's how
you killed him.
Books. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess so.
Okay.
I was thinking I could just put him in the river, but I don't think I have the stones to do that. But I don't want an assassin guild to find out that I killed one of their own. They'll kill me.
Wouldn't Ellie stick up for you?
I'm not telling Ellie.
Okay, well then, maybe we can go. I mean, it's frozen over right now. I don't know if we'd have to break the ice and then put him in underneath.
I could maybe melt some of the ice.
Okay, well, maybe I glance over at Kalugi. He's still just kind of
looking over the side.
Staring. Yeah, his back's to you probably. He's just leaning on the wall every now and then. He takes a swig from his drink. Seems to be kind of lost in his own thoughts a little bit.
Well, we have to get down to the river if that's what you want to do. I mean...
I don't know. I've never done this before.
I'll be honest with you. I've never done this either.
Well, no, I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't implying that you knew how to do this. I'm sorry I even told you.
No, it's fine. I mean, we got...
right?
We'll figure it out. I mean, it was an assassin. Like, they're bad. They're murderers and stuff, right?
Yeah, he almost murdered Beau.
Okay, so can I do like a perception check to see if there's any sort of bag, like burlap sacks that are just on the ground and stuff like that?
You don't need to do a perception check. So you're on this like main street. There are lots of carts. There are 2 prominent taverns nearby that you've been to both of. There are barrels, there are boxes, there are discarded looking things. There are like troughs where people can, that are filled with now frozen water, because there are lots of people coming and going on horses and bringing donkeys along, pack horses and things. So there's lots of things just on the street that are quite readily available in this area because you're in a prominent part of town. It is probably some kind of minor theft, like you can probably see a sack on the back of a cart that you can snatch, but your best guess is no one cares.
Okay.
No, it doesn't look like anyone gives a shit about this stuff that's on the street. They know that it's, it's worthless, but also they're not doing their best to keep it safe, so.
Here's my thought. Your footprints are a dead giveaway. No matter where we go, even me, you, invisible or not, they can follow our footprints to the edge of the river. See that there's ice melted and...
Right.
What if he's invisible right now? What if we just... put him down an alleyway and lay him down, and when the spell wears off, someone will find him, but he's an assassin. They might think anybody could have done this.
Right. Well, I mean, really, who could take out an assassin? What if we start a turf war or something?
We could put him in a burlap sack, or we could the barrel thing's not a bad idea. Like, we just find like a barrel and maybe like find one with like cushy stuff in it, and then we stick him in the barrel.
Oh, all right.
Someone will find it eventually, but it could be like, oh, maybe he tripped and fell in and then suffocated.
He tripped and fell into a barrel.
Yes,
and then suffocated.
This is what I tell myself to be okay with this.
Well, he tripped and fell into a barrel and suffocated. That sounds right to me. That's believable.
I mean, isn't that what happened?
Yeah, that's absolutely what happened. Very believable.
Assassins are clumsy.
Yeah, so clumsy, honestly. We should tell Ellie to be more careful.
It's just sometimes, you make mistakes, and this could have been his final mistake. He loved going in barrels. He loved the cushiness of it, and he just choked on the fabric. Here, let me see if I can find one. Is there like an alleyway nearby that I can like peek down to see if there's like a barrel in it?
Yes and yes. Yeah, there's a pretty thin looking alleyway. It looks like it just leads to upper levels of homes and things. It smells distinctly of piss. It's almost pitch black down there. Probably 4 foot wide, winding little alleyway that leads deep into a block of houses here.
All right, so can I walk up to one of the barrels and see if the lid will open?
Yeah, give me a D20.
Is Kalugi looking at you?
Kalugi doesn't give a shit what you're doing. No, he seems to be slowly getting drunker and drunker.
All right.
Reducing his accuracy.
Is there anyone else
attack
around?
Rolls with every swig of a drink. There is lots of people around, but none of them, based on any of your passive perception bullshit, seem to give a fuck at what you're doing. You're like, right. When you're in New York or downtown big city place, right. And there's probably literally this exact same thing happening 2 blocks down the street where someone's stuffing a body into a barrel. Right. It's that situation. There are definitely people coming and going, but they're intently discussing their own things. Every now and then a cart goes past. But no one seems to be actively watching you. Even Kalugi, who's with you, is not watching you. Yeah, you don't really sense anything down this alleyway. Aura moves over to a barrel and drags it forward a little bit and begins to fuck with the top of it. There's a moment where suddenly a little ginger cat runs out and runs down the alleyway. Skinny looking thing skitters away from you. And as
I guess I forget. No one can see me or the dead body. All they see is Aura opening a barrel.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all right.
Aura, you twist the top of a barrel and it takes a moment just before you think maybe it's sealed shut in some way. It comes loose. It was sealed, but only really with a thin crust of ice. You open it up. It's a broken barrel. You can see there are holes and bits of snapped wood on the sides, but no huge great holes, nothing enormous. The type of barrel that probably once held water or maybe some sort of drink like ale or something like that a long time ago, but has been left discarded down the alleyway here. Pretty decent size, like easily would fit a halfling or a gnome corpse in. Nothing else in there.
Are there other barrels that look a little less rickety?
No, this is probably the best looking one for your purpose. I'm assuming you would go for that one first. Yeah, this is about the best you're gonna do on a 10.
Do I see her footprints? Suuna, did you walk up like near me?
Oh, I'm following you.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, maybe he'll wake back up, and this one's got like air holes in it.
I think he's pretty dead.
Okay. But maybe he'll wake up, and then he can breathe. And then if we put him here, if we need to do something later, it's just so close.
Right. Okay. So you want me? I should put him inside this barrel here.
I think so. But before we do that, can one of us freeze this back over?
What?
When we're done? Like, I've just had to break some ice to open this.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll freeze on its own.
I know, I just don't want it to look suspicious, but I guess a cat was living in here, so.
All right.
I guess you just lay him inside?
I'll try. I will try.
Okay. And I'll just like casually slide the lid over and just kind of like look around.
And then at an opportune moment, I will try to gingerly put this poor gnome inside the barrel. And this time I would like to inspect him.
All right. Give me perception checks. Your little check around. 12 and 12. Yeah, you look around. There's no one down this alleyway. There's no one peering at you from above you from an open window. A couple walk past close towards the top of the alleyway, and then there's a moment of silence, just enough for you to quickly place the body in the barrel. For the first time, Aura, you see this body materialize as Suuna places it in the barrel. You can see what it is that she's referring to. How do you place him in? Head first, legs
well,
first?
Well, if I'm still touching him, he's invisible, right?
Oh yeah, I thought you were putting him in the barrel.
I am putting him in the barrel, but I don't want to let go of him. I don't need Aura to see this.
Then I don't think you can see his face either.
I should be the only one. Oh, right. Because I'm invisible, so I can't even see him if I'm holding him?
I don't think you can see yourself and your stuff
works?
when you're invisible. I'm not really sure how that works. It's a weird one, but I'm going to say no because it's...
Okay.
Yeah.
Aura, I'm going to take my hand away now, and he's going to become visible, so...
Okay.
I don't know if you want to look away or...
I'm just going to keep looking around, make sure nobody's...
All right. Okay,
looking.
Okay, all right. And then I'll take my hand away and look.
Did you place him in legs first?
Yes.
So there's this corpse slumps forward a little bit. The hood now fallen off of his head, kind of at a very strange angle, kind of curled in the bottom of this barrel, is this gnome, and he's a pretty kind of roughed up looking fellow, quite thin, thick, sinewy kind of muscles on a very thin frame. His hands, he's got a couple of rings on. He has greasy, thin hair that's been swept kind of to one side, but has fallen awkwardly over his head where you've kind of been moving around with him. He's got a scar that sits over one eyebrow. Other than that, his face just looks kind of, to be honest, quite ugly for a gnome. His features where Alvin had quite fair features, kind of elven almost, fair skin and a round but not bulbous and awkward nose. This guy's got kind of a crooked and pointed nose, spotty skin, looks like maybe he doesn't eat well. He's got a thin patchy beard across his chin. One of his eyes is rolled awkwardly and bloodshot up into his head, giving him an extremely grotesque look on top of what is already quite undernourished and relatively ugly features. The other eye, which is a very light blue, is staring directly at you, cold and dead.
You get him in there?
Yeah, I'm just taking a moment. I'm just taking a moment.
I get it covered up. I mean, I don't want to rush you, but we gotta.
All right. And I back away.
Take any of his stuff?
I'll just.
No, are you kidding me?
I don't know, you might want to loot him. You're a murder hobo now.
No, I am not.
Okay.
I did not mean to kill him.
No, that's fair. I've heard that one before as well on a very basic spell.
I've never said that. I've never said it.
I know, yeah. I've had a player kill a commoner before by launching a devastating spell at them.
Okay, but...
He's not
right.
a commoner. It's fine. You know, he technically shot first. On solo, you're good.
What do you mean, technically? He did shoot first.
True. You were trying to break into his place of work.
We knocked!
That's
For
true.
Crying out loud, we knocked!
You knocked onto a secret door you shouldn't know about. Very messy. The Inquisition will love this one when they catch up to you one day, Suuna. The barrel is resealed, yeah? You said you put the lid back on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna casually put the lid on. I'm gonna make sure it's on, and then just kind of peek outside of the alleyway before exiting. And also, I want to kick around some of the snow. Yeah.
Yep. Over in your tracks.
I would like to cast, if I can do this without destroying the barrel.
Yeah.
I want to make that very clear. I would like to cast Ray of Frost.
Oh, that's the spell that Jay Brotato killed an innocent woman with by accident by launching.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well maybe I'll do Frostbite instead. Either one of
you
those
can do
two.
it with either one. I'll allow it. You can seal the barrel a little bit with some ice. I'll give
Were
you some.
you lying just now to increase my heart rate, or was?
No, that's literally the spell. If anyone's seen the beginning of the show Dustveil, which kicked off this Lacrin trilogy that I've run through many years.
On the train!
Right at the beginning, they're on a train, and Jay says something like, "Oh, I just want to kind of a little bit hurt this woman," and she had 3 HP, and he launched her.
And he killed her. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because this is the worst week of my life, I'll do
Perfect
Frost.
spell.
I'll do Frostbite instead.
You can do it either way. You
Well, just superstition.
Yeah, that's
Frostbite.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do
All
it,
right.
yes.
Okay. I'd like to freeze the barrel and kind of restore the snow so it looks like we were never here.
All right, give me a survival check with advantage aura. Survival check, so how you cover your tracks.
I have to change my shirt on the break. I'm not even kidding.
14. I'm impressed that you've only murdered one person since being in town. Usually I have to deal with multiple.
Okay, like Rin is one thing. Suuna is totally different. This is going to ruin her life.
There is...
I'm so traumatized right now.
So, but it's just, I think it's just a rite of passage. You put a D&D group in a big city, they will murder someone at some point. I can't name... I literally can't think of a campaign that I've ever run where that hasn't happened. It happened in Dustvale. It happened in Darkfire. It happened in Storm King's Thunder. It happened in Fractured Worlds. Every single time you guys end up... players in a city will murder someone. Always prepare for the murder arc.
I tried to stop the murder
in your D&D campaign.
I tried so hard.
It's a good time to go to a break here.
Thank you.
If you put players in a city, they will kill someone 100% of the time. It's just the way it goes. Yeah, so be it. All right. Let's go to a short break here then with what can only be described as +7 episodes of the jailbreak arc coming up for Dying Order. I'm kidding. You'll probably get away with it. They probably don't even... The Inquisition probably don't even know this guy exists, right? We'll find out after the break what's going on with Ellie. Until then, go grab yourselves a little drink. Go and wash your hands. I hope everyone's...
I'm taking a nap. I got my rum, you know.
Go grab a bottle of rum, and we'll return after the break to see.
Got 2 bottles of whiskey like last time.
What is going on? Yeah, that's what Grim's doing. Grim's probably on his second bottle of whiskey. Kalugi's almost finished his flask of whatever swill he's got in there, and PB's gonna go and change his shirt. And thanks again for joining us. If you want to jump into the Discord and get on with some theory crafting with some other people, they've been hard at it for a couple of weeks now, and you can do that. The Discord links are in the chat and in the description if you're on the VOD. And make sure you go and follow each of these wonderful players in the week, and especially PB, and give her a lot of shit and guilt for murdering someone. All right. See you in a few. Hello everyone, welcome back to Dying Order. Literally dying.
No.
Emphasis on the dying. So, the three of you are outside. Kalugi's outside. Grim's outside of the thing. No one is in the Assassin's Guild at this point, which is when we jump to Ellie.
Grim. Oh, me.
Yeah, the grim me just GMing for myself element of the.
I mean, I would watch it.
It's just if we cut to Grim, it's just Grim doing this, sitting at a table, and then he says, "Another drink," and then the woman brings him another drink.
But what if the pirates decided to start a fight? So you were RPing the pirates and Grim getting into a fight.
I don't think the pirates would start a fight.
That's true. Not
with Grim. Only crazy people start fights with Grim. This is very much like, you remember in Game of Thrones when the Hound was eating chicken that time and he just kept ordering chicken? That's what Grim's doing. He's doing that. Inside the Assassin's Guild, the Shadow Syndicate, Ellie, you awaken.
Hello.
And you probably feel a little discombobulated. You feel super tired. You feel a little hungover. You're waking up from what is essentially like an anesthetized state.
Yeah.
So
it was a sleeping gas?
You look around you. You are in your whatever underwear or normal clothing you would have underneath your robe or whatever. You're out of your assassin's leathers, essentially.
It would be like wraps. It would be like just wraps. Kind of what you see Ciri in The Witcher in the bathhouse. She just has wraps on. Very boring.
You're in that then. And you're on a bunk that you recognize to be your bunk here. I doubt anyone really has their own private room with all this stuff in it or anything like that. But whatever you have in your shared bunk room, which probably is they're like cells, they're like barracks more than your actual house, which probably does have a comfortable bed and some items and things. This bunk is shared. You probably have your own.
You don't seem to mind it though, as an assassin. So.
Right, you would have access to certain items and things here. You can see that your stuff has been laid out on the small table that's in the center of the room. And sat at the table is the elderly kind of dwarf assassin that you know as Holcron. And he... I don't know if he's even aware that you're awake. He is aware. He's like looking right at you when you wake up. Holcron, I should say, not Holcron. Holocron. I keep wanting to say Holocron because of Sith Holocrons, and I wish I hadn't named this guy that. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it's in my brain as that. He's sitting in casual garb as well. You had spoken to him previously in the evening, and as you wake up, maybe you shuffle a little, and he turns to you and says, "Wakey, wakey."
How long was I out?
Not long. We gave you a little something to wake you up. Like sitting underneath your nose there, look. You smell it, right?
Yeah, no, I was wondering what that smell was. Yeah, no, I smell it now. I smell a lot of things right now. I feel like... And the lights are really bright. Can you just put out that lamp over there?
I wasn't sure you were gonna wake up, you know. You sleep like the dead now. You understand?
Oh, I completely understand because it doesn't matter. Never mind. So what's going on here?
I was about to ask you the same thing. You've probably got less than 20 minutes, half an hour before Zach gets back. You want to tell me why you were breaking in?
Yeah, actually, I was looking for some plans, and you really should up the security on that lock. I don't think anyone's ever been able to pick it, but...
I think the security still got you, lass.
Yeah, well, that's because I got a little too cocky there, thinking that I broke into Zach's office of all things.
Well, at least now you know that, I guess sleeping poison still works on whatever's going on with you.
Oh, I'm a lifeless now. Yeah, soul drained out and everything. A curse for stealing. Should have joined the Thieves Guild to learn that. before I killed the leader, that is.
We had a poll going. I think Koji is down 5 silver. I thought yous were dead.
I mean, do we want to get technical?
Right. No, I don't want to get technical. You know, whatever's going on with you, you want to go see a cleric or something? Maybe they can do something for you.
Absolutely not. I was actually told that would be the worst idea, to go see a cleric, paladin, anyone of the holy nature, let alone being an assassin. I'm now a lifeless. I don't know if you caught that in the first place.
You're thinking they'll send you on your way instead of bringing you back?
I don't want to be brought back, maybe. This is probably better for me anyway. I'm gonna hunt down the hag that did this to me and hopefully end that so she can't do it to anyone else, but then I'll be back to doing what I do best.
Tell you what, these are strange times we're living in, you know. It's snowing in summer. You're a fucking zombie.
I'm not a zombie.
Ghoul.
I reach in and I grab the perfume. I take a little dab and then put it on my neck.
It hurts when you put it on this side.
Oh.
He throws a tiny little piece of glass at you that's reflective. You've got a little wound there, a tiny little puncture mark.
What is this?
He flicks a dart at you, a little poison dart. Pretty familiar. You know exactly what this is. It's a dart that they use in lots of traps in and around this place, but also that you're trained with to use. People can use blow darts. You can use them in advanced crossbow bolts. Essentially, it's to knock people out, put them to sleep. You got hit by one of those.
Okay. Nice. Maybe next time you should use an actual gas, though, because if someone were quick enough and not being cocky, probably would have missed them. Just saying.
Aye. Well, I don't know what he's rigged that place with, frankly. I'm surprised it didn't, send a big old axe down, cut your head in half.
Does that sound like something assassins would do? Send a big axe swinging through the air?
I don't know. His axe killed more people than all of us, I think.
Well...
Asta's been killing since he was 3.
He also hasn't been out in a long time. He's been training other people to kill. And there's like insinuation that I'm talking about me.
Yeah, he doesn't even take it like that. He's just like, yeah, that's exactly what Zach does. Aye, I know. He probably didn't even rig the fucking place himself. This place is older than... probably older than the city, This place has been around for a long time.
Yeah, well, about that, do we have other hideouts we could relocate to?
What, here?
Don't want to alarm you, but people may know about this one now.
What people?
Just people.
Hey, I know. We sorted them out.
I mean, you guys are located under a bar that is frequented, yes, by criminal.
No, it's fine. I sent Koji after him.
After who?
Whoever the fuck knows we're here. Knocking on the door, shouting at us.
When was this? Weeks ago? I don't remember this.
About 15 minutes ago.
Someone knocked on our door. Was it a giant, dark-looking guy with big armor and very, very, very low sense of humor?
Don't know. I didn't go and look.
Are they dead?
Well, I sent Koji after him, so...
Yeah, well, yeah, that could very well be. But, I mean, the code is to capture them and talk to them first, not to...
Aye, but Koji's a psychopath, so... Maybe he'll come down here, washing the blood off his hands. Whoopsie-daisy! Cut out their eyes!
For someone so small, I'm surprised someone hasn't actually, just drown him in a barrel or something. I would have a long time ago. No one go missing. You just put him with the fucking watermelon.
He's worth too much to Zach.
Yeah, well, Zach always found a lot of value in people that were loose ends that needed to be tied.
Aye. So what you trying to take from the office is so important you get yourself knocked out? Or
Yeah, we want to break into that ice temple.
right?
You know, the one with all the demon worshippers. You know, the one I asked you about before I got knocked out.
Aye, but couldn't you just, I don't know, waited?
Ask Zach, who was not there. No, we can't wait. We have to. It's. You've been around a long time, way longer than me, obviously. There's a lot that's going on, and I'm sure you've seen it. Our city is frozen over. It's not just this city. It's all of Alexandria. It's everywhere. People are going mad. People are worshiping this person that no one even gave a shit about before. Why? Because she's, what, the goddess of ice?
It seems like a good choice right now.
It's not. It's really not. There's a lot more at play. The gods.
Worship a fire god. And then that'll melt the ice away, I suppose.
You know, see, I was thinking the exact same thing. Why aren't they worshipping a fire god? Because then at least it would melt the ice.
Aye. Well, maybe some people are, and some people are worshipping the ice one, and some people are probably just going to use
Why are they worshipping any of them?
I don't know.
You know how I disappeared for several days?
Aye.
It wasn't because I botched an assassination. Obviously, I still pulled it off, but it was because I got pulled into a temple and told I was one of 4 that were chosen by the gods. You know, the 2 or 3. How many people are with us now? Well, 6, but only 3 others were chosen. No, wait, 5. My math is off. Anyway, the people I'm with, they were chosen as well. And hopefully you didn't kill them. Because I don't know what's going to happen if we don't succeed. They seem pretty convincing, though.
Alright, lassie. You lay down. I'll see, what do you want? I'll get you a nice bit. I think we got some chicken left. I'll make you a nice chicken broth.
I stand up and try to walk to my belongings.
He's just chilling. He's not stopping you in any way.
I didn't know if I need to do another save or something, but no, I stand up and I start getting dressed again. Like, no, I'm not. I have to do this. We have to get in that. They're gonna go without me. They're all gonna get killed. And now we got this drunkard and this paladin that want to kill me and kill my teammates, and I don't know what's gonna happen. And I just want this to be over. I just want to come back and do my job.
Teammates.
Yeah, team. I'm a part of a team now, and I told, oh my god, it's so much more complicated than you think. I told Zach all about it. I think that he would understand. You can just explain to him this. Or I can if he's back.
I tell you what I'll do for you, lass. I've not closed the door, right? You go get whatever book you're looking for. And I won't tell Zach you broke in. And I won't tell him you're part of a team that are working for the gods, and we'll just let it wash over, and tomorrow morning, okay, we'll just get back onto it.
You're right. Maybe it's just the drugs. They might be a little too strong when they hit. And I try to play it off.
Aye.
It's probably is there more in that than just the sleeping shit? Because I feel a little like there's thoughts going on in my head that are really weird right now.
Right, well, it looks like there's probably something else on it, but don't know why.
Yeah, well, maybe you should not buy those cheapo ones, you know, from the back alley. You should buy the more expensive ones, you know. They might be laced with something back there. You never know.
Alright. Maybe you should hurry up before Zach gets back, eh? I never saw you. You was never here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Kind of gives you a odd look and then leans back in his chair.
As I walk, like, to go to exit, I walk by him and I do, like, put my hand on his shoulder and I squeeze it. Just gently, not, like, aggressively. And then I take a moment and then I walk away. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he kind of just like nods at you as you leave. And you're yeah.
Before I leave,
Mhm.
I stop at the door.
Mhm.
I turn around and I go in through my belongings. Is everything there, by the way?
Yeah.
I pull out Ahi's dagger
Mm.
and I toss it to him.
Grabs it.
Do you know anything about that? You're old. I've never seen that. Zach said it was really old. Well upkept apparently, whoever had it before me, but apparently that has some importance, and I was just wondering, as a dwarf, Ellie speaks rather candidly, maybe you'd know something about it. They call it Ahi's dagger?
Never met nobody called Ahi. That's pretty unbalanced, honestly, I'd say. That's old looking. That's too small for a dwarf. It's probably gnomish, halfling, maybe. That's old, that's for sure. Nothing like that before.
Gnomish or halfling, you say? They might know something more about it?
Maybe. I don't know though, you're probably better off going to see somebody with a bit of brain, I'm more brawn than brain.
Yeah, that's a lot of people here. Well, I walk up and I grab it again. I'm like, I appreciate it. I thought I'd give it a shot.
Hey.
Because I don't know anything about it. So, and then I walk out.
Yeah. You go to Zach's room?
Yes.
Yeah, the door is open. The place is well kept. The last time you were in.
By the way.
Is there any what?
Do I need to check for traps, by the way?
No. The door is open. I mean, you can look for traps if you want, but you probably don't have too much time. The desk, which had loads of books and things open on it, is now kind of cleaned. Everything seems to have been put away and put in its place. There is the bookshelf on the left of the desk, bookshelf on the right, filled with these old-looking tomes, leatherback-looking things, pretty similar in design, like as if they were made by the same person, but as they go back in time, they change and shift a little. There is the wall of weapons on one side and 3 sets of assassin's leathers on the other side, and then a relatively well-kept plain room. Other than that, what do you do while you're here?
I'm specifically looking for a book that might have like a layout of that area, even if it's like around the time it's being built or after the time it's being built, anything that would have sort of because the thieves obviously would too, but the assassins would try to have layouts even of small temples, because religious figures were often the target of assassins.
Yeah,
because people got often very annoyed with religious figures.
All right, give me
an
investigation check.
Okay, I will do it. 11.
11. You start looking over the tomes and things that are on the shelves here. You determine that one side is practically an entire, very large bookcase filled with these ginormous books, tiny writing inside. They act as ledgers. They're all ledgers with names and prices and who did what. It's essentially hire and kill lists, and any links that come to them, along with just half of the page split with notes or reference points to other books or how to access them or where they came from.
Can I do a perception check? Do I see anything on Auril or on demons or on like high value targets that haven't been killed?
Give me another investigation check.
Okay.
Because the other side is more what you're looking for. Once you kind of determine that the entire left-hand side is ledgers, you start looking through some of the books on the other side. Eventually you come to several books that do have layouts and descriptions of high-profile targets, as well as layouts. There's like you realize that one of these tomes is every single layout to the the fortress, which sits at the top of the city. It's a ridiculous book that explains many secret passageways, ways into the fortress, things like that, which you may make a small mental note of if you ever want to break into the fortress one day.
I would absolutely love to make a very large mental note of this.
Well, a very large mental note would mean that you need to spend your entire time poring over this time and not the one you want.
It means I need to rip out some pages.
Oh, you want to rip out pages?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you rip out some pages, which are descriptions. It's not... There are some small drawings, but it's not the same as a blueprint that we would have, like a modern day
I wouldn't
thing.
have like a large one, but I'd have enough to be like, okay, well, I can recall upon this information I read very briefly, roll it up, put it in my leathers.
You get a few of the pages that seem to stand out to you, and then put that book back and start poring over the other books. The information that you do find out eventually about the temple to Auriel, you do find when you start looking over the books that describe you realize that these bookshelves are set out in such a way that they explain the high town, the old town, and the low town. High town is pretty much the area immediately around the fortress and the fortress itself. The next portion of the shelves is places and people around Old Town, which is where you are, the majority of the central areas of Bologna, and Low Town, and also known as New Town, is all the newer built, poorly built kind of slums. Between Old Town and Low Town is where the Temple to Auriel is, and you start to maybe find a couple of the books there, skimming through the pages, desperately looking until you find information, not necessarily on the temple straight away, but information on the high priest there. You see an older entry first that explains that the high priest is, and then a note next to it is no longer, High Priest Randolph Deer. The notes explain that Randolph went missing under very mysterious circumstances around 6 years ago when High Priest Jacquin Guyan was raised to the position after the disappearance of Randolph. The temple is cited as having kind of connections to underground forces meaning things like the Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild necessarily, although there are no links to the Assassins Guild, no hits from our organization, nothing with the Thieves Guild, but suspected activity with cults and cultist activity among the ranks. It states that Jacquin has no affiliations with any prominent political figures or military figures or high merchants, and that really the only thing that they've managed to gather any dirt on him, because this is another thing that they will do, they gathered some dirt on him that he has been spotted several times attending the Gypsy Burlesque show owned by Triple Farnburs. You can give me your own history check for that if you want, to see if you know who that is. You've heard of the Gypsy Burlesque show. It's very far out on the outskirts of the Low Town. There's a kind of like a circus, and one of the larger tents there is owned by this fellow called Triple, who is a fellow who has affiliations with many thieves and bandits and stuff like that in town, but again, no affiliation with the Assassin's Guild. So, and I will give you this information in a DM for you to add to your notes if you want it.
Okay.
This is pretty much all you get. There really isn't much about the layout of the temple, though. Nobody seems to have ever had to do anything other than gain a little. It seems like somebody at some point was hired to gather some information on the high priest of the temple should the time come that they need it. But he's such small fry compared to the high priests of the much larger organizations. Moradin, Lathander, the priests of the much bigger churches they've probably got their own books. This guy's small fry. This is nothing. This is a tiny little
based on
organization.
everything I know about like what what everyone said, like what the I want to say Caliban, but it's not. It's not Kalugi.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't want to say Caliban.
Because he's got a stupid name, Kalugi. Yeah.
Based on everything he said about when he killed the demon and blah blah blah, would I be able to put two and two together? Like, is this like a similar time frame?
He killed his demon 10 years ago.
Okay.
This high priest went missing
Like
6 years
years.
ago. This
Yeah.
guy Jacquin, who Kalugi threw wildly in that was a demon, whereas your organization actually suspects maybe is more of a cult leader, or has affiliations with cults. And cults could mean anything, but a lot of them are affiliated with summoning devils and worshipping demons and things like that.
Yeah.
Necromancy, all that kind of stuff. There's nothing in here that suggests that he's a demon, but that him or his organization this temple is affiliated with a cult.
No
maybe.
more information on Jacquin himself. That's all the information we have on him. Because every time someone tries to get close to him or anything, is there like details of like sent someone out, they died, or sent someone out, they came back empty-handed or stuff like that?
Nope. And if there was anything like that, it would be in here. So it would probably suggest to you more that someone looked into him. He just seemed pretty much like
Boring.
a priest. He did his own thing, and really the only thing that maybe is amiss with his personality, in that he's a high priest, to be going to a burlesque show right out on the outskirts of the slums is a little odd. But this is, again, it's a priest of a relatively kind of shady religion anyway. It's a darker religion. They worship a...
You've killed a few high priests that have been very shady in our
there's
past.
for sure, like, there's been corrupt priests, but yeah,
But
this
them
is...
doing like weird things like that, it's like, they've done worse.
Yeah,
So
you get the sense that this was probably written about 5 years ago when the other priest went missing. Whoever, probably Zach, but someone within your organization went, go and check out this new priest, just see if you can find anything out, because if we ever want stuff on him. Someone went and found him, did this small little bit of research, and this is all you found. It's possible that there's more things up here, but if you are entrusting Hulken's time frame, you're out of time. You've probably been in here for at least 15 to 20 minutes, and Zach could be back at any moment.
the last thing I want to do is look at Zach's desk. Is there any book on it?
No books, nothing on the desk at all.
Wait, it's absolutely blank?
There's his usual things on there. There's probably some like a set of scales. There's probably some coin purses on there.
Yeah.
But really nothing out of the ordinary on there. No.
Then
It's like a quill and ink, that
honestly,
kind of thing.
there would be this folded up note. It'd be very much, you know what? It'd be a folded up swan. Something that Ellie used to do when she was little. She used to always do origami, and she loved swans. She thought they were beautiful. And then that sort of died when she became an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be this folded up swan. It'd be a note to him, and she'd leave it on his desk right in the center. And she'd close the book, put it up, and walk out and close the door behind her. But she wouldn't lock it, obviously, because that would take way too much time.
Yeah. And then where do you go?
I would I guess walk out of the Thieves Guild. Or not Thieves Guild, the Assassins.
I always call it the Thieves Guild as well.
I know, I think I'm deep now.
All right, roll me a d20.
Uh-oh. Okay.
A natural one.
He's right there.
You turn a corner. And you walk down the length of an entire hallway. He wouldn't necessarily immediately suspect that you had come from his office straight away. But as you turn a corner, he is walking towards you as well. He's wearing a large overcoat. He's not wearing any of his assassin stuff. It seems like he's been outside. There is some snow, light dusting of snow on a thick kind of overcoat that runs like along the length of his body. And underneath, he's just wearing relatively fine clothing. It doesn't look like he's been to like a soiree or anything, but he seems like he's probably been doing something normal, you know, like as himself and not on behalf of the Assassin's Guild or whatever. You guys are often the ones off doing Assassin's things as opposed to him nowadays anyway. But he's walking towards you. He has underneath one arm a long-looking longsword, pretty thick-looking thing. Doesn't look like his. He's holding it by the scabbard, and he's walking up the hallway when he sees you, and his eyes do the same thing. They betray him briefly for a flicker of a second when he sees you, reacting to you in some way. His eyes widen just for a second before he says, "You've returned then? So soon?"
Not for long. You look nice. Have a date.
No, not as such. He holds up the sword and says, "I went to purchase this for myself."
Oh yeah, why'd you purchase that then?
It's special, unique, old. I thought maybe I'd get a good price on it since, well, everybody in town is desperate for coin right now. Good time to purchase things.
I mean, it really is. It's the end times, right? At least that's what everybody thinks.
And according to you.
Yeah, well, not a lot of people are listening to me nowadays. I seem crazy. So maybe that's to their benefit.
I am very busy. Is there anything you need from me?
No, I already got it. Thank you.
Well, there is something I need from you. Glad to have bumped into you. I wasn't sure if I'd see you again. He reaches into the inside pocket of his jacket and says, he pulls out a black envelope and says, "Not for immediate orders," and he hands you the envelope.
I grab the envelope and I open it.
Walks past you and you open it up and it says Beau. And as he's walking,
I grab him as he walks past.
He kind of, I feel like he expects it, but he doesn't turn to you. He says, "He is a wretched and petty thief and a disgrace to the Velenhad name, and you may use him as long as you need to finish whatever this situation is. But afterwards you will carry out your next assignment and return to us for guild duty."
There's no telling how long that's going to take, so it could be days, months, years.
Very well.
Well, then you will not interfere with any of that. And you will not, and I like wiggle the envelope, I'm like, you will not go after him.
Your tools are at your disposal until they are disposed of. But see that they are before you return.
I pass the envelope. I like basically slam the envelope back into his chest, and whether he grabs it or not, I let go.
Probably does
and I
grab
just
it.
like, it's like one of those moments where it's regardless of if I'm soulless or not, like it's like one of those like, oh, that kind of stung a little.
Yeah.
And then I say, very well then. And I just keep walking.
So does he. And you're leaving?
Yeah, I'm exiting.
Okay. You walk up the stairs. You head up towards the secret exit way. Beau, are you still there? Waiting? This is probably less time than it feels to us. Because all of this would have happened during some of the events that we've seen earlier on. Suuna's probably been gone for a little while here, but you're still standing there, perfectly visible, I think, leaning maybe against the wall, when suddenly you hear and then a grinding of stone as this wall begins to open, and this door, for the first time, mind you, begins to open up behind you. When what do you do? What do you do first?
Oh God. I guess I brace while clutching my wound.
You haven't healed it at all?
Is it too late?
No, you have magical powers.
Oh my god. Okay.
You can have done this in the time. Yeah, if you want to cast one of your spells.
Yeah. I guess I do a quick fix up. Before whoever comes and sees me. I wouldn't want them to see me like this.
At some point here, you've cast this spell, and
yes.
All right, give me whatever spell you cast, Cure Wounds or whatever it is.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that real quick.
Roll your die.
Do. 6.
6. You do it again? Or is 6 enough?
Yes, I do it again. Do it again. Okay, all right. There.
6 and a 7, which comes to a grand total of 24, I think.
Yes, so that's most of it. Yeah, no, that's all of it.
It's not really 24, but yeah. You heal 13 of your 18 damage. So you've probably pulled this thing out, closed the wound with the heal, but it's probably very sore. You can feel some internal kind of pain, uncomfort, but you are absolutely in no immediate danger of any bleeding out or anything like that. What do you do with the bloodied bolt that you've got? Because it's different to the ones that you've got, right? These are purchased from a different supplier.
Right.
It looks totally different. It's evidence.
Right. I will stash that under my cloak.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yep. So please add to your inventory on your sheet. There's a little plus button underneath your short sword there. Click that and put bloody evidence bolt or whatever you want to call it, just so that we have a note that you have that as essentially something on your person. I think that's when, stepping out next to you, you see Ellie. She walks out. Ellie, you see Beau just standing there, maybe a little awkwardly doing his thing. What do you do?
I think that Ellie would immediately walk out, shove him aside, like shoulder bump him and everything, and go, "So did you fucking kill him?" And then keep walking.
What? I take a deep gulp and follow Ellie up the stairs.
Suuna and Aura, were you heading back here after your disposal of the body situation?
I imagine that we're probably coming back from the barrel situation as they're coming up the stairs, because I can't have been gone that long when this is happening.
This is around the same time.
Right.
So you guys have just done that thing. I didn't know if you were going to go to see Kalugi and stand with him, or if you would head back to here or not.
I'd be outside, probably.
Yes, she'd probably stand with Kalugi, and then I would start heading back towards Beau and probably see them coming up the stairwell. But I think I'm still invisible.
Roll me a D20. Roll me a D20.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. 9.
You are invisible right up until the moment that you see Beau and Ellie step out onto the street, and then you feel that invisibility drop as the spell ends.
Oh, Ellie. You're all right. We were worried about you. You've been gone for a very long time.
Yeah, I took a little nap, and I turned back to Beau, and I'm like, "Did you kill him?"
What are you talking? Oh, you decided to take a nap?
She took a nap? You took a nap?
You took a nap? We got things to do, places to be.
It was an unwilling
demons to find.
You can thank, and I look at Suuna, you can thank my father. He gave me a nice little sleeping gas for breaking into his office, but he doesn't know that, so we'll keep that between us. Did you kill him?
Kill who?
Kill who?
Kwaiji? You don't remember him? And I say his name wrong all the time, and he hates it. He hates it, but he's not around to see that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's about yay small, really annoying, high-pitched voice, likes to wield crossbows.
I I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I do an investigation or perception to see if they're lying?
You guys can roll deception checks, and you can roll an insight check if you want to contest the lie versus can she tell
12.
situation.
What's my insight?
Insight, yes.
8.
8. Let's see here. Suuna doesn't seem like she's lying at all. Beau, it seems a little twitchy, but it's not 100% sure. But Beau kind of always talks like that, right? Maybe? You don't know.
I feel like I would
something
walk up.
maybe is up with Beau.
I would walk up to Beau, put my hand on his shoulder, just nicely, rub my hands over a dagger and say, "Did you kill him or not?"
What are you talking about? What makes you think we would kill someone?
Hey, I just asked a question.
And we gave you an answer.
You gave.
Stop it.
He didn't give me an answer though.
I did. Oh wait, I said I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Either you're going to be honest with me and we're going to be party together, or you're not going to be honest with me. I know he was sent after you. I was already told by someone. I'm wondering if he either failed his job or you killed him.
There was an assassin after Beau?
There was an assassin after whoever was banging on the door and screaming loudly, which wasn't Grim. It might have been Kalugi, but there was someone else with him. Bobo, was that you? It sounds like you, honestly. Doesn't sound like Suuna and doesn't sound like Aura.
So wait, you were informed that there was some banging on the walls?
Yep. You remember that dwarf you met? Old man, very old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he told me.
But they don't just answer the door? They just immediately kill someone for knocking? That's insanity.
At what point did you want to bang on the door to a secret door that was the assassin?
We were worried about you because you took
the Assassin's Guild and expect them not to come out and assassinate you when assassin is in the name.
We were worried about you.
I'll get to you in a second. Bobo, is he dead? That's all I want. I'm not mad.
No. He's probably out doing assassin things.
His job was to come after you and capture you. That's it.
His job was to come after me and to...
How did they know Beau was knocking on the door?
They don't know, but I have a feeling. And I look at Bobo. I look him I get right up to his eyes, where his glasses meet. And I'm like, I have a feeling it was this person and that loud ass drunk over there. Unless you guys didn't let him in here. Because... yeah, the pirates, they've been here a long time. They wouldn't do that. Grim, he wouldn't do that. There's no one really else in here. People know not to go up to that door if they even know about it in the first place.
Why?
I mean, you saw me outside the door.
No, I'm saying that out of character. Anyway, because I had shown Bobo the door. I had not shown Suuna, so I would assume she doesn't know about it. Oh, it was Sealy. Anyway, Bobo, I'm not mad. That guy's a psychopath. He kills anything. He is
really?
I've literally seen him torture people to death to get answers, and that is just not our way.
Oh,
it's
thank God.
skin off no one's back if he's dead.
Oh, I killed him. It was an accident. I didn't mean to do it. It was me.
And I'm in Bobo's face still, and I just stop mid-sentence. I go,
it was me. He shot Bobo with a crossbow, and it really hurt him. It got stuck in his lungs, and he just sucked in, and he couldn't breathe, and I just didn't think, and I just, then he kind of held us up and was going to take us inside, but I didn't know if he was going to murder us or not.
No, that's not the rules. The rules are, and he's been, okay, he doesn't always follow the rules. Sometimes there are accidents that happen, and he's it's only with him. Everyone else follows the rule. Anyway, the rules are take people in for questioning first before we kill them. But you did it, not him.
Regardless.
It wasn't Beau.
No,
I ruffle Bobo's hair. I just ruffle, and I'm like, good, you didn't lose your other half of your ass. That's great. And I just walk away. I just don't even give a shit. Oh, well, good job. Pats on the back for everybody.
I am so confused.
So am I.
I turned to Suuna and I just...
Who would assassinate someone for knocking on a door? I don't understand.
I put both my hands on her shoulders and reassure and calm Suuna down. Just deep breaths, Suuna.
All right.
That was very brave of you.
He was a bad man. I mean, I didn't do it out of
As
bravery.
they're having a heart-to-heart, I turn around. Are you coming or not? This guy's almost shit-faced, and he's our paladin tank. Like, what's going on here? He's gonna tank. He's gonna literally run in, hopefully, and be an asshole. And I'm like, no offense, man. You're good at that. You're really good at that.
He's shouting into the actual bar where
I'm like in the bar, shouting back to like, come on.
he's like
Enough with the
he's like
bathroom break.
7 drinks in over this, like probably only about 15-20 minute amount of time, but he you see him lift up his tankard of mead. He drinks half of it falls down his
Oh, come on, man. You're wasting it. No, what are you doing?
It's not a waste, it's swill. Right, are we finally getting on with this or not?
Yeah, it took me a while longer. Dad arrived. Yeah, that's not a good thing. And then I look back at the
What's
others
your
and I'm
dad,
like,
a skeleton?
what?
You're
Are
a
you making a joke right now? Because I can't tell. I don't have a sense of humor anymore.
I'm bored. Find me something to kill.
I feel the same way. Let's go, man.
He follows you out. Aura, are you still with Kalugi up at the top end of the street here, the crossroads?
I'm nervously standing by the door.
Okay.
I'm watching Kalugi just like, oh, he's just gonna get drunk, and I'm just kind of like that person shaking their leg.
Yeah, I think Kalugi's just kind of waiting around for you all. It doesn't seem... He seems uncomfortable almost all the time, but he doesn't seem like impatient like Grim does necessarily. He's kind of just been following you around. Any small talk he kind of throws back at you. But if you all meet outside the front of this this kind of rundown tavern, you're still kind of on the... This is still inside the alleyway here. Well, it's not really an alleyway. It's a very small street, dark lit. The main larger cobblestone road running up the top end, and you finally all regroup once again. And what do you guys do?
I would just start walking to where we can examine this this temple.
Going to the temple, you just walk
Where
off.
to where Kalugi said he examined the temple. I would just start walking. I'd be like, it's time to go. Like, we need to go. I've wasted enough time, you know,
Grim
falling
is
into the trap.
pretty much following you. I think you can hear his greaved boots kind of his greaves hitting the cobblestone, the snow underneath crunching as he starts to follow off.
I'd say we're almost walking side by side, honestly. Like, I wouldn't want to go ahead of him. So, especially if we find a cleric. Perception check.
Yeah, I'll just warn you if there is anything that looks like it's very obviously running towards you, casting divine spells.
Okay.
The other 3/4 with Kalugi. Kalugi's kind of sticking around you at the moment, Aura, I would imagine.
Well, if Ellie just walks out and does that, I'm gonna do like that John Travolta what thing? Like why are
Kalugi's doing the
okay,
same
we're just
thing.
going like with my face and stuff, and I'm gonna look over at Suuna and just give her wide eyes.
I mouth, she took a nap.
And I lower my voice. Are you fucking kidding me?
You fucking
No.
kidding me? She was just sleeping.
She took a nap.
Is that
And the
some
great
sort of...
thing is,
But what about what about
I didn't even think she needed to
Apparent-
fucking sleep.
right?
Apparently he was a bad dude. So
He might just be napping too, apparently.
yeah, maybe that's what they do.
Oh,
Well, he
Just
just Girl Scouts. They
yeah,
they
this
nap.
is Girl Scout.
they nap a lot, apparently.
That's not the Girl Scouts. It's an
Well,
Assassin's
whatever.
Guild. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
We're calling it the Girl Scouts, all right?
All right, I understand code words. That's a good one, yeah. What's my
Yes.
code name?
Drunk.
Kalugi? Oh,
Sorry, I went with the first thing that came to mind.
Kalugi. Kalugi's my real name.
all right. Luku.
and we're just walking.
terrible.
We're just walking away.
Terrible. Yeah, these two have fucking, they've wandered so far. Are we just going? Didn't she go
Yeah,
in
I
there to
guess
get some
we're going.
information or something? Are we just?
Well, apparently.
Is she in charge? Which one of you is even in charge? I thought it was her. When's it sooner?
Oh, me?
Yeah, that's what you told me the other night. You said that
That's
you're in
rich.
charge because you're the oldest.
Oh, no. Well, that's probably true, but I'm not in charge, no. But, Beau,
Yeah.
He's definitely not in charge.
are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I managed to patch myself up for Ellie. Fortunately, it
yourself up?
was
What the
Ellie
fuck
coming out of the
happened?
door.
Well,
We were attacked
yes,
by
fucking
Girl
attack,
Scouts.
by a gnome Girl Scout.
Well, fuck me. You're still alive. That's not
Yep.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Maybe,
not bad.
maybe
Good
stop
tricks.
maybe stop asking questions right there.
Yeah, they fucking hate me anyway. I'm surprised they
don't we
haven't
have-
slit my throat.
Don't we have some demons to go hunt?
Yes.
I mean, we're walking, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's about it.
let's
We can
walk
just
any
keep
further.
going.
I mean,
Let's
we're wasting
walk
time.
off
Yeah.
We're almost disappeared
So
now.
yeah, they're like ahead.
Yeah,
So
we're way ahead of you
You
guys.
all walk off and head across town. So you guys are pretty much in the center of the north center of Bologna here. It's a pretty big city. Moving around is usually not too difficult. Like I said, the main thoroughfares, the roads are pretty wide, and they even on the most congested of afternoons, it's still usually easy to get around. But the lack of the canals and the snow have made it a little more difficult. There are people like slipping on ice and stuff, and you're having to move a little slower like you do when it's thick snow. But you end up following Ellie and Grim for the most part, generally southwest through Old Town, and then you start moving towards the main river here that runs east to west through Bologna, and this is the by far the largest river with pretty decent sized bridges that run all across it. There are several bridges that run along this thing, big stone looking bridges, huge great buildings that are built off of the side of it as well. It's not just a bridge. There are buildings that are on the side of the bridge. There are buildings that come up out of the water and attach to the side of the bridge through their own small bridges, strange twisting spires that come up, giving these kind of bridges the illusion almost as you approach them as if they're not a bridge, kind of, but they arc upwards and head over the big river. And as you guys get to the bridge, there's a big tavern on one side. There's people spilling out. You can see this is and I guess anybody that's from Bologna would know this is a particularly large venue, more famed for its bardic presence. It's got a lot of bards in there, constantly playing music, constantly loud, constantly doing good business. So it's a very congested area of town, and once you push past that, get halfway across the bridge, you finally come up to the area. I think where probably you guys would want to stop while you have eyes for the first time and regroup. It probably takes you about 20 minutes in total to walk this distance without rushing in any way, to get to the area of town that you're looking for. And even by nighttime, this is also somewhat lit up, partially from the glow of the buildings and establishments nearby, partially because of some of those magically lit lanterns that light the way, and the spire itself under the moonlight, pretty obvious, pretty easy to spot, and it's a decent looking building, but relatively small when you think of temples. This isn't like one of these enormous, great big structures to Lathander, to Moradin, to Myliki, one of these huge, more famed and worshipped gods. This is a smaller structure, built upwards from a lower canal road at the far side of the bridge, connects with the bridge side access, so you can actually get into this building from the bridge itself. You can see from here two small doorways that are open. One which is down by the frozen canal, with lots of boats and things. It's like a side access door that you might be able to use to get in if you were delivering goods by the canal, which is pretty common here as well. And then a main access door which is wide open. You can see that from here too. It's an odd building though. It looks like two kind of large, and by large they're not ginormous, but tall towers with a squat round lower floor that is built partially into the underside of the canal bridge. The towers taper at the top, and it's made of probably made of a white stone as opposed to have been washed white to make it look almost like the look of two icicles that point upwards, and inside of quite a lot of different styles of architecture here. For the most part, it would look to us like old Rome in for the most part in Bologna, like Florence, that kind of architecture. But here, this sticks out a little bit differently. Somebody definitely put effort into making these look like tapered icicles that poke upwards into the sky. And again, you can see small windows throughout the two towers, as well as along the bottom part, and then an open doorway with light spilling out, kind of inviting in a cold icicle ice temple way. And it's set amongst a few other buildings that just look like establishments. So it doesn't really, it's not just kind of like its own individual thing. It really is like stumbling upon Church of Scientology in the middle of New York, you know, that kind of thing, where you're just like, oh look, here we are, and then that place is a Scientology place, and then you carry on going. But it's very similar to that kind of a feeling when you look at it like it's its own thing, but it's nestled within normalcy. What do you guys do? You can see it now. You can see very clearly two entranceways, one which is closed down by the canal when you peek over the side, and one opening, just allow you to walk into this place. Open door church temple.
Do they have any guards outside or anything? Any guards? Nothing? No clerics looking people?
Don't see anybody going in or out.
Is there a way onto the roof?
There sort of isn't a roof really, because it's a tapered tower with these two towers. There is a connecting lower floor, which is somewhat embedded into the roadside, a bit like with the Thieves Guild a couple of weeks ago, where you were able to get into those underside things. There is a lower floor. You guys are pretty high up on a bridge. It still arcs down from where you are to the entranceway, and then you can probably find some stairs that lead down to the canal side and walk up and down that kind of dockside area. And there's a little kind of squat roof area you could get onto, but it doesn't look like there's any access to them. There are small windows, but they don't look like windows that open. They're like rounded looking things that don't look like great access points. You could probably smash a window and squeeze through if you really wanted to, but it wouldn't be ideal.
Well, this looks different.
Where do we go in? Or how? What do we? Wait. What's the plan?
Do we have one?
I say we go in, I'll grab the priest, and I'll hit him. If he's a demon, we'll know.
I don't think that sounds like a very...
I mean, you can hit them all you want, but...
How does your demon thing work? Do you can you just tell where they are, or do you have to use it one at a time?
No, I can tell within a range.
We need to get closer for you.
Well, what's that range? Could you maybe...
50, 60 feet.
All right, that's good.
A temple. We walk up there, you do your little...
Could we ask for a pamphlet?
They're gonna know who I am. I'll walk in. I'll do my thing. I'll let you know. How about that? And then what? We start killing?
Sure.
What? No, I don't think we need to do that.
Not innocent people. These are...
So we
these
need
are
a contingency plan, you know?
What if Grim runs in, starts making a scene, and then we come in to like save them? And I do air quotes. Like we're the saviors, and then maybe we can earn their trust that way. Like, oh, Grim's at it again, and we can somehow wrangle him.
Did you remember how he almost killed you, right? Like
he's on our side now, right?
If he goes in there, aim to kill people, it's going to happen probably. So we'll be too late to save the people who have already died.
No, but he's just pretending, Ellie. He wouldn't actually kill anyone.
Are you willing to pretend to kill people?
No. I'll tell you what.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lie either. Believe it or not, I have an oath. I will not let you take me, even under false pretenses.
What?
Grim, you're kind of the worst.
You must not
I
have
am a
ever
paladin
met...
of domination.
Exactly.
Yeah, that you
Strength.
made that clear. Yeah.
Have clearly never met a paladin in general, ever.
I am
Because
oathbound.
they're all like this. And I pat Grim on the shoulder and I'm like, go ahead, big man, do your thing.
And if there is a demon, we kill
You're
it.
gonna tell us about the demon first before you run in and capture it. After we're done, then you kill it. And I look back at like the others.
Yes, I'm afraid this is very awkward, but we need their help.
Yeah,
we need answers.
We need them to.
We need answers.
Grim, have you ever needed answers out of someone? So you capture them, you get the information via various means.
I believe they call that interrogation.
Or torture, and then you kill them.
Wow, all right.
Yes, I can do that.
There you go.
Great.
Thank you. I'm glad we're at an understanding now. If we could
What
just,
if there's no demons in there?
then we think Grim walks out because he has no reason to kill anyone in there, right, Grim?
I was promised death.
Well, we'll find one.
I'll take one of them.
Wait,
Take the one that looks like. Take the high priest. We need the high priest. The high priest. Take him.
What?
Yeah.
But if he's not a demon, then he's just killing a random priest.
I want to kill him.
No, we need information first.
All right, sorry.
I'll take him.
Take him where?
I
What
don't
the fuck are you
wanna-
talking about? You're crazy.
Just go about.
Bored. That's what I am.
Just go take the high priest or a demon. Let's go. Let's carry. Hey guys, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll get our answers.
Fine.
I'm not
So
sure. I
Grim
want
just
answers
starts
anymore.
walking towards the front door. Are you guys staying here or following him down there? I'd say that, like, you guys are at the top of the bridge. This thing is basically at the end of the bridge where it meets the other main road, the actual dockside. So,
I feel like we should be close enough to run and help if we need to.
Oh yeah, we need to be close enough to hear what's going on.
you're kind of
Right.
following him, but not right next to him, like keeping a little safe distance.
Right.
Yeah, we're kind of like a merry bunch of misfits and a safe distance behind them.
I think I'm going to stay back.
I'm gonna go into
All
stealth
the
if I
way
can.
back?
Actually.
Yeah, I'm going to stay back where we were talking and find a wall and just lean against it.
Okay. All right, so you're staying there. Ellie, give me a stealth roll. Beau, what are you doing?
You know what? I'm just gonna lean against the wall with Aura. Just be chilling.
Okay,
And
you and
keeping a
Aura
lookout.
staying there. Suuna?
Well, I'm not going to leave them here. Sure.
But if I see them before I go into stealth, I'm just like, guys, we shouldn't split up on this. We really should stay together for
He's
this.
probably going to be all right. I mean, we could probably just leave it all to him, really. We could probably go back to that bar.
You're just being. Listen, you're just scared, and the rest of y'all.
So scared
We got him
first,
on our
yeah.
side to help him, to help us with this thing. And if there's a demon in there and you guys are not nearby, he's probably gonna die, and it's gonna be on your hands too. And
I don't care.
I literally
That's a funny
tried to lay like a guilt trip on. Like I just tried to, even though I don't give a shit.
This guy almost decapitated me. It's going to do 0. 0.
I know.
I don't
but-
trust. I don't trust Grim. He literally tried to kill me, and
And
also
I tried to kill him, but I was stopped. So because we saved him, now he's on our side, even for a little bit. We should probably go try to find this demon.
I'm just going to throw it out there. It doesn't really feel like he's on our side. He's on Grim's side.
He wants a demon. He's willing to help us get it. At the same time, we got to kind of take what we can get at this point. I don't think we can run in there with ourselves. If you guys have a better plan, if you're just going to stay back here, it's going to take you a while to get over there if something bad happens.
I look at Suuna.
I just nod. Aura, whatever you want to do. I'll stay here with you if you'd rather wait here, but we could go a little closer, just in case things did go south.
I agree with Suuna.
I'll look at Beau and then I'll reluctantly start walking because I'm going to like lag behind a little bit.
We're not
at this point.
We're not doing it to save Grim. We're doing it to get what we need to do.
Exactly.
I know that I'm just going to say it now. I don't know that we can trust Grim.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
We don't have to.
Hey, I call back. Did you know that the high priest is obsessed with sex and titties? So might have something to do with it. That's what I found out.
What?
In the underworld. So I don't know. He's not a good
Why is Grim going in then? Why aren't you going in there?
Yeah, he doesn't have boobs.
What the fuck are we doing?
I don't want him obsessed with me, and you see any...
You are a killing machine. You go in there, flash some titties, and then if anything goes wrong, you kill him. For Christ's sake.
All right, but if I actually die this time, it's on your hands, and I run after Grim to stealth beside him. That's when I stealth.
Okay.
It's not on your hands.
Who's going to kill someone who's showing them boobs?
Yeah, I mean, I know she's trying to make you feel bad, but if she dies, she did willingly just run after Grim.
I
just
don't
want you
know
to
what
know
just
that.
happened. Where was that piece of information 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago?
Well, she's clearly holding out information that would be important to know to make educated decisions. No?
Yes. I mean, I don't know why we're sending Grim in there when he could be swayed by something else.
Why is Grim even here?
I don't even know, but we can't.
She talked to him downstairs.
Just followed her like a puppy, right? Nobody else thought that was weird because I thought it was weird. He was all like, I'm going to murder all of you. And then I was sitting down there having a couple drinks and he was looking at me like he was, maybe he was just saying hello. I don't know, but he was looking at me. That's the point.
Well, he also, do we want to talk about how he's going to try to kill me after all this? Is that something we want?
I won't let that happen. No one's going to let that happen.
No one's going to,
No. All I'm saying is Grim shouldn't really be involved.
All right. Well, maybe that'll sort itself out here in just a minute, but we should maybe head down there.
I'm kind of hoping him killing the demons in there or whatever will do something about his pent-up rage.
Grim is almost at the doorway when, Ellie, you move up beside him. Do you make it obvious that you're there to him?
Nope,
you can remain stealth. Okay.
Completely.
Yeah, stealth doesn't mean you're invisible. You can just be actively remaining hidden from
put my hood up,
certain things.
Put my mask up, and I just try to blend in with all the other
in the shadows behind him.
Weirdos that are in this area.
You're doing the Assassin's Creed thing where he walks between all those priests that walk along, and he
who have the little walk.
Yeah.
And you're he's about to kill someone.
So Grim walks up to the entranceway here. And I think you can hear people inside moving around a little bit. He walks pretty much standing in front of where this entranceway is and turns to look inside. You see him close his eyes for just a moment before he snaps them open again. And his hand goes to his sword, the long sword on his back, and he brings it out in this doorway just right in front of everybody. And
that's a sign.
He takes a few steps backwards. He turns back to where you guys are. Are you guys walking down towards him? He doesn't see Ellie right next to him. And he...
as I see him grab his sword, I become visible to him.
He turns to you pretty quickly. His eyes are really wide, and he says...
We're going to need some backup.
What's in there?
That's where we end today's session. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
What a fucked up episode. Sorry, that was awesome.
So fucked up. Super fucked up.
I'm really shook as to what just happened.
Shook it.
Yeah.
Shook
I'm
it. Wild. Yes.
Oh, I need another shirt. This is a second shirt, and I need another one.
Can I do a stealth roll real quick before? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I go back into stealth. Ellie just goes, what's in there? Never mind.
I'll tell you one thing. That guy that you killed was
Don't spoil.
All right.
Well, I already said in character, he was a psychopath who doesn't let a lot of our captives live for a reason.
Oh no, that wasn't what I was going to say. But you're right. I'll never tell you anything. I'll never say.
I don't want to know.
I'll never say.
I am traumatized.
Yeah, that's
During
fair.
the time in which I was on break and changing, I was thinking about his family, his children. Like I had a whole story in my brain. I feel
yes.
awful. So
Don't
worry
torture
about
yourself like
Out of
that.
character
It's too
though,
late.
you could ask Ellie about all this, and
it. No, I don't want to know.
she'll be honest with
It's
you
good.
and be like,
It's good.
"That guy's an asshole."
Yeah,
No,
I
it's,
don't want to
it's
know.
Don't give a
fine.
shit.
It makes sense, and I'm very okay with it. And yeah, you.
That's the first person death we've had too, by the way. Just like to throw that out
And
there.
a display of power from how strong you guys have become. Like you
I
guys don't
know.
realize how much
Fits
stronger
right in
you,
with the
you,
I
theme.
used
you
Mind
are.
Spike on a level 1 gnome.
You're very strong
Look, okay,
individuals.
I
You've
didn't
been-
know gnomes had double damage to psychic power. I
You've been-
know, that's
yeah, they
should
don't.
have
They
killed
don't.
an assassin.
He did.
You lied to me.
He had a predisposition. He had pre-existing conditions to his brain, and
This is payback, is it? Is that
no,
what this is?
no, it's really not. I rolled a 1 out of 3 to determine who would come out and see you, and you rolled a 1, so that it was like the worst possible one.
There were. Oh, is this where you were gonna spoil? There were 2 that could come out that actually.
Yeah, it could have been the
Uh-oh.
dwarf, the halfling, or this gnome who we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 people. So when I rolled to determine who would come out to see you, who was knocking on the door, the dwarf kind of knew who Beau was, so probably would have reacted differently. The halfling kind of knew who Beau was, so would have reacted differently. The gnome had no idea who you were, and also he was a little fucked in the head. So well, now he's really fucked in the head. You've really.
So as much as you got guilt tripped, at the same time, he was fucked in the head.
Yeah, he
You
wasn't
might not have lived
particularly.
Anyway.
He actually was. You destroyed a quest line here though by killing him. There was a whole thing with him that I'll reveal one day. But
I'm sorry, I really.
oh, I
didn't
love
mean
it.
to
I'm
kill
so
him.
happy because you guys are strong now, and you've been slowly getting stronger. Over this thing, you guys have
I
been
think
to
that's
the
the thing,
gate
too.
of time. You guys have chronomancy powers. You've got like a few extra spells. You're stronger than you realize, and so you're encountering these people who, maybe when we started the campaign, that assassin would have been really, really powerful compared to you guys. But
Yeah.
you now, like even top assassins of the city of Bologna, pale in comparison to just like what you feel isn't your strongest spell even, but you
I know.
launch a mind spike at someone, and it's just this moment where you maybe realize how strong
It's a
you
good
are.
character development moment where you go, "Oh my god, I didn't know I could do that," and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I always
no.
liken spells to just like carrying a gun around, and even though sure
Yeah.
you can shoot someone, like you can aim a gun and shoot someone and they can live, but also it can go horribly wrong. Like the person that you're shooting may or it's a gun, there's a lot of room for error and a lot of variables outside of your control, and spells are very powerful things. Mind Spike is a 3d8 psychic bomb.
I know, but
it's a
if
pretty heavy spell to be.
I just assumed that it would, what are the odds of rolling that well on that? And also 18, I thought maybe it'd taken down half or really low. And
I just want to point out,
And if
why
you
you didn't
passed?
roll that well. Next time we come across a giant spider, please. That'd be great.
yeah. Well, she dealt with the giant. To be fair,
I
Suuna was the one
levitated
that
the spider.
defeated
So-
the spider to a degree by.
No, yeah,
But so far,
Suuna
Suuna has been kind of
insanely
passive, almost.
utilized.
Yeah, she is very passive. So I think in that moment it was like, do we go in there where there are tons of very skilled people who are going to assassinate potentially and kill Beau, or do I just take care of the situation right now? And I that's what
And
she would have done.
also, if you're in
That's
a
what she would have done.
situation where you're afraid and you have the ability to cast magical spells,
There's
you're being
one
robbed in the
moment I
street,
had,
but you
right?
can be like, boom, you can be
Yeah.
like, Hurgba, you just.
I will
the other
point out
thing,
you were
too.
breaking into the assassins.
Yeah,
Well, but
there was,
Suuna
it was
didn't
That's all.
very.
it is-
That's all. I don't
Yeah,
give a shit. Other-
True, but Suuna didn't see it as breaking in. She
was
was
a
not.
very,
I didn't see it as breaking it either.
Yeah,
no.
We
they,
were just
they
worried
were knocking on the
about-
door and they were worried about
Yeah.
a friend.
Ellie,
So I
yeah.
don't think they understood
It's
what
like,
was
if it had
happening.
been- if it had been literally anyone else and you said the name Ellie, they probably would have cared.
Well,
like, you said Ellie versus.
Yeah, but we don't
like,
know that,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Yeah,
we don't know
exactly.
how her reputation, so.
Yeah, we did mention her name though.
Well, actually,
we did
so
try.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
this much. You disarmed him quite a lot by saying, we know Ellie, we know she's in trouble, and we kind of just know when she's in trouble. And he was like, oh yeah, she is. She just got hit by a dart downstairs. How did you know that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And he wanted to go and, he didn't want to let you go, but he didn't want to, like just drag you and kill you and because you could have been telling the truth. Yeah, it was. I think the whole thing makes sense. How it played out completely makes sense, and I enjoyed it.
Even Ellie coming out and going, "What'd you do? I know you did it," and then going, "Actually, I don't give a shit," and then just walking away.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, because the thing with Ellie is she understands the Assassin's Guild and its customs and what is going on. Anyway, I thought it was very fun. KPP is probably the least. You're probably gonna serve the least amount of time in jail.
I hope so. I mean, I am complicit for putting a
You
body
were
in
an
a barrel.
accomplice to the
Sort
cover
of,
up.
not really.
I didn't really see it happen,
Technically,
so I mean,
you
I don't
didn't
know.
see anything.
I will lie.
Can you open that barrel? Yes.
Suuna will lie. Like, I did it all myself. Look at my little old frail ass. I did it all
Grimm is still
myself.
alive though, and we're all still alive, and Grimm is still alive. He's gonna blame it all
Barely.
on KPP.
So
Grimm has no idea.
Grimm has no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
He literally,
Yeah.
because of a great persuasion roll, thinks that you were just visiting the Girl Scouts. It's
But
the
who the
weird.
fuck knows what those are?
Yeah, Grimm has much greater problems to worry about right now than he. I don't think he would give even a shit if you told him the truth at this point, because he did his divine sense. We'll find out next week what that's all about. I know that you guys want to get the frick out of here, so let's do a couple of shout outs for each of you and your channels. Let people know who you are, where they can find you in the week and question you and talk about this and discuss the characters' decisions in this, and where they can go and find out what that cat's name is. Don't say it. Just incentivize them. Herd these viewers like sheep to your channel. Where is it, Pocket?
Oh my god.
Twitch.tv/Pocket, and this is my cat. You'll never know his name. It's Banana. His name, he literally answers to Banana.
Wow.
I'm not even joking. I don't know why. I named him Sir Lancelot. He likes banana. Anyway, yeah, I stream most days of the week, and I've been playing RimWorld and Overwatch. Again, still. I look forward to roleplay every week. I have 2 that I'm on. 1 on this channel, 1 on JP's. So I love it. I'm glad that I can be here. I'm glad I can be there, because it really is a highlight of my week. And bananas.
Here we go, bananas. There you go. Check out Pocket. What about you, Disby Arix?
You can find me here at Twitch at DisbyRx. I am so excited for this upcoming week with Animal Crossing coming out Friday. Like, I'm so happy. Sorry, just putting that out there. Thank you so much for all the fun today, guys. Always a good time with everybody.
Yes. I really had fun role playing with you today. It's quite lovely, aside from the accidental murder.
I was glad to see a little Suuna Beau side.
Yeah, it was nice. It was
mission
nice.
happening for a bit there. Yeah. What about you, KPP?
I'm Katie Peters Plays. Man, I don't know what's going to happen in any of these scenarios in the future for this show, but yeah, come hang out on my channel, Domestic and I. Every Friday we've been playing through Dead Space 3, which has been fun. I've been jumping back into some old games that I've been really enjoying. And we played some community games today, which was really fun because it's a nice distraction with everything. And sometimes I'm here for Gone on Wednesday, which is PB's show. And
I thought you said half a god then. I was like, did she
I'm
just
half of
reveal
a
that
god.
she's half a god and that this is all the religious thing going on in
Yes.
Gone? Because I don't know what's going on, but carry on. Sorry to jump in.
And I get to torment Brad a little bit on that show, and
Oh
that
my
makes me
god,
very
it's
happy.
so scary. I interrupt once more.
Okay, that's me. Come hang out. Bye.
All right. Thanks, KPP. Yeah, PB, you want to tell people all about Gone?
Sure.
Want to tell them what this image I'm about to throw on the screen is?
No, because I can't look at it. I mean,
All right,
sure.
well, I'll do
All
it
right. Void
over my
Smoker
face.
Void Smoker did art of today's episode, and it's great.
Wow. There it is. I will link it if you want to go and hit like on that. Void Smoker sometimes draws art for us, and there it is on the screen. barrelgnome.jpg, I named it, for listeners. All right.
Wow.
What about Gone?
Yes. I'm here obviously on Sundays, but I'm also here on Wednesdays where I GM Gone, which is a surreal thriller. It's only 2 episodes in. Brad's on it. KPP is sometimes on it.
Frightening
she's
me.
been on it. Yes, absolutely. So if you'd like to come check that out, again, it's only on 2 episodes, so do that. We have the VOD collection. We also have it on YouTube. Audio versions are also available on, iTunes and all that jazz. And you can also find me over at my channel at Pumpkinberry. And next week, I'm starting a new game because we just finished Earthbound, and we'll be starting Final Fantasy Tactics on Monday, tomorrow.
One of my favorite games of all time. Absolutely.
So excited.
The best. And
my first time playing it too.
Yes. And I will be spending my entire quarantine time watching it. So that's on Monday?
Yes, tomorrow.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a chaotic episode. And we'll find out what's going on in this place next
I'm
week.
gonna have nightmares over this, by the way.
No, you did great. You did what Ellie would have done.
Well, I did what Suuna would have done, so that made me feel good about it. But also, it's a nightmare. It's a horrific situation. I hate it.
Yeah, pretty wild. So make sure that you go and follow all of these people. If you've got Twitch Primes or subs, launch them at their channels. If you want to support us here, we have a Patreon where you can submit NPCs, or you can gain access to
this show too, right? This show's on
no,
there?
you actually cannot submit them to this show. You can only submit them to Gone. Please submit only ridiculous comedy characters to the show Gone and ruin its integrity.
How that works, right?
Ruin its integrity. Please ruin its integrity so that we can bring Pumpkinberry's in ridiculously OP GM style down, so that I don't feel ashamed to present my most hard.
Wait, weren't you the one that died?
Wow.
Oh, sorry. I thought you guys said it.
Tune into Gone on Wednesday. Wait, doesn't Dumbledore get killed by the Snape?
I didn't think. Okay, I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah, that's Gone.
But
It's
if you
our
want
new
to
show.
find out how,
Hey, on Wednesdays.
Hey!
That's on Wednesdays. Go and watch PB play Final Fantasy on Monday. I'll be there. Oh, did you want a special post-credit scene? All right,
Yes,
I'll hand
and
one
also
over to
before
you.
you do that, you should maybe shout yourself out.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Brad Woto, or
Brad
if you go to tablestory.tv/twat.
That's right.
It'll take you right there. It'll take you right there.
That's me.
I'm not even lying. Try it
No,
right now.
It works.
And then hit the follow button. It works.
Oh, you're so hot.
Story.tv/twat. Wow. All right. Well, I'm starting Mass Effect Andromeda tomorrow because I've been playing through Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I don't even know what Mass Effect Andromeda is or how the fuck they have another game, but I'm going to find out tomorrow. If you want to see that, I stream at 9 Eastern,
AM
which is
Eastern,
10 Eastern at the moment because of daylight savings. We'll do more Dying Order things next week, and stick around during the outro here for something special. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
would visit me soon enough. What is your name, demon?
Ezen.
Ezen? Well, I've heard stranger names.
Ezen. My name is Ezen. I was a slave to a devil. He gave us strange names. I shall have to take another.
Well, Ezen, perhaps you would like a drink.
You do not fear me, human.
I cannot read you, but I do not fear you, for I am no human.